Hello, guys. How's it going? Do me a favor, tap that screen. How about with that live goal? Welcome in, welcome in. Tap that screen, guys. Help out with the live goal. Get this thing rolling. Glad you guys are here. Little Sunday night special action. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Tap the screen. How about with the live goal? We'll see if there's anyone to talk to. If you voted for Donald Trump, you're welcome to hop in the box, and we're going to get started here shortly. If you're over on the tube or on Twitch, you are welcome to call in. That number is above my head. We're also going to pin it here in the chat. Erika was showing off her Mad Matt mug earlier. Awesome. Love it. I've worn my "Do All the Good Things" shirt like a number of times now, so I appreciate the cross promotion from our friend. Thank you, friend. All right. Oh, there we go. Knock that one out. Let's do this again. Day's been all right. Thank you. I saw Nolan. Thank you. Uh, Sue, I don't always co-host with Nemo. I did text him to ask if he wanted to come on, but I haven't heard. Thank you guys for knocking out that other gift goal. Appreciate it. No, Trent. Surprisingly not. All right, let's see here. I hate with the new gift gallery thing, like the way that they did it. Like they don't make it. They don't have a way to like organize it. It's annoying. Like you at least used to be able to put it in order of like the size of gift or whatever. It's like now it's just random, annoying as fuck. All right, once again, guys, if you voted for Donald Trump, we invite you to hop in the box. Hop in the box. Let's have a conversation. I know you too, Mia. Right. All right, it's a little bit of a oasis to get us kicked off with, guys. We're just trying to get started here, just rolling. Glad you guys are here Sunday night. I have no idea uh, what we're going to find tonight, but if you voted for Donald Trump, you can get in the box. We can have a conversation. Be happy to do that with you. Also, if you're over on the tube and you like to call into that number above my head, or it's also pinned in the chat over there. It's real easy. So, yeah, good times, good times, good times. Actually, real quick, while we have a moment, I want to say a couple of thank yous. I'm not sure if they're in here. I might need to do this. Uh, might need to do this again later, but I want to say a couple more thank yous. Thank you to Cynthia, who got a mug, Mad Matt mug. Thank you to Courtney. Courtney got a mug and a T-shirt. Thank you so much, Courtney. And thank you to Tiffany, who got a mug. Man, we got a couple more people while I was gone the last 2 days. And so you guys have, we got 2 more days left to grab a shirt, a tank top, or a shirt, a tank top, or a mug. And 50% of all proceeds are going to go to the Victory Fund for Pride Month. They help get LGBTQ plus candidates elected to office. They help support them. They're a great organization. I really appreciate them a lot. So I would encourage you. Encourage you to do that if you want. Also, if you don't want to buy one of those things, totally fine. Go to victoryfund.org and just make a donation if you'd like. Anything would be appreciated, quite frankly. They're a really wonderful organization. Do not feel in any way obligated to purchase something to make a donation. You can just go do it on your own, and that would be lovely. C. Miller Mitchell, that is it's a brand new thing that just kind of happened because of this dumb guy, other creator who was calling me Mad Matt, and we thought it was funny. So we decided that because he likes Charlie Kirk, and when I say he likes Charlie Kirk, I mean he likes Charlie Kirk like a little too much. Like maybe he loves Charlie Kirk. When I say that, maybe he's in love with Charlie Kirk. Anyways, we're going to make the donation to the Victory Fund in the name of Charlie Kirk, just for him. So, yeah, exactly. It's just that kind of stuff. So, oh boy, good times. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Crystal, I can't even read that. God damn. I'm not even going to try. Yes, he's Grandpa's sundowning. Holy cow. Thank you guys, by the way, for tapping the screen, for helping out with the live goal, for popping in. Well, thank you. See, I appreciate you, friend. And like I said, anyone who wants to, and guys, if you can't, if you just don't want to, or whatever it may be, totally fine. Totally fine. Like I said, hey, if you want to go and just give a couple of bucks to the Victory Fund, if you can do that, that's great. Also, if you can't, I'm just glad you guys are here. I appreciate you supporting. Thank you so much for being here, for supporting me, and for hanging out. It's just nice. I mean, it's not even normally on a Sunday night. We've already got a couple hundred folks in here, which is really lovely. So thank you guys. Thank you. Where are the Trump supporters? Where are the Trump supporters? I think I know the answer to that. I think the answer is that the Trump supporters no longer want to defend Donald Trump. Pretty sure. I'm fairly certain that that's where we're at. So, oh boy. Let's see. I'm going to show one or two things. Oh, thank you, John, over there on the tube for the gift of the flow state. That was really kind. Thank you, friend. I appreciate you. Hi, Taz. Hi, friend. Good to see you too, guys. I'm just looking for some one-on-one debates. So if you, they're sniffing glue. God damn. If you voted for Donald Trump, I would encourage you to hop in the box. Let's have a chat. Once again, guys, hop in the box if you voted for Trump. I want to show you this real quick while we wait. I'm not sure how many folks saw this. I got a couple. Well, I'm going to show you a couple of different things. So this was Mike Johnson speaking the other day. Oh wait, we got somebody who's here. Barbie, you are not connecting. If you're a Trump supporter, you're certainly welcome to re-request. Okay, so our friend Mike Johnson.
The insurgent left is taking over.
So I love everything about this, right? Because he says all of this stuff, and he's like, yeah, it's like, this is what you're gonna get if those crazy Democrats, if they take, look what's happening. Look, this is the party. This is what they're doing. I hope that the Dems, like, they should run this. I know, Taz, they should run this as an ad. Watch this. This is amazing.
Listen, I don't know if you've seen this, and if anybody shared it from the podium, and if they have, forgive me for repeating it. But the DSA, the Democrat Socialists of America, it sounds so innocuous, doesn't it? No, it doesn't. Don't say that. This is their platform. Listen, this is actually quotes from their platform that they published, I think, about a day or two ago. You can find this on the internet. Okay, here's just a sample of what they're about. They put this on paper. They're saying the quiet
things. Put it on paper, you guys.
Abolish the Electoral College, replace the two-party system with a multi-party democracy. Expand the House of Representatives, implement proportional representation, and ranked choice voting in all elections. Establish public ownership of the largest corporations and essential industries to ensure democratic control and accountability to the people. Abolish ICE and grant amnesty for all. End sanctions on Cuba, Venezuela, and Iran. Free Palestine. quote, for a free Palestine with Jerusalem as its capital, end all military and economic aid to Israel, prosecute U.S. and Israeli leaders responsible for the genocide in Gaza, abolish the carceral state, quote, redirect police and prison funding to public services as steps towards abolishing the carceral forces of the capitalist state. Y'all, it goes on and on and on. Defund the Department of War, replace the president and the Supreme Court with an executive and judiciary chosen and subordinate to Congress, which they're hoping to take over.
Yeah.
And the last one is abolish the
almost
Senate.
like
Now,
that's
some of you
how
may
it's
agree with
supposed
that.
to
No, just
work.
leave that one there. Okay.
The last one, he's joking. The last one was a joke. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with that? I love it. Everything he just said, what the fuck is wrong with any of that? He is scared. Oh, thank you, Tammy. Oh, that's cute. I haven't seen that one yet. Thanks, friend. He is so scared. He is so scared. I mean, to be fair, Mike Johnson is a little bitch. So, like, he kind of is, he's the type of guy who just lives his life as a scared little, cuck boy. That's Mike Johnson, right? It's fine. However, True Blue, I was? Oh, you should probably come up and tell everybody. Here, why don't you come on up and, your invites are off. That's weird. Well, I'll tell you what, it's probably really important. So I'm gonna mute you in the chat, but why don't you come on up since your invites are oddly off? You should probably come up and show everybody the proof right now. I would invite you. In fact, if you request up, I will let you up. I'll give you the big screen, and you can show everybody the proof right now. Request up right now. You're not blocked. I just muted you. Come on up. Come on, bud. Anytime. Oh, wait, you're not going to do that because you're just lying. Okay, cool. Anyways. Weird. Anyways. He's so fucking scared. He knows what's up. He knows what's happening. He knows what's happening. So anyways, there's that. I'm not a huge Pauly Shore fan, but I saw this, and this cracked me right the fuck up.
The whole reason why we put the Statue of Liberty here is to show the rest of the world, here in America, we got some beautiful babes. And another thing you might not know, Jim, is she's not holding a book. She's holding an iPad. The whole reason...
fucking Pauly Shore's Stephen Miller is something I didn't know. I didn't know we needed. I didn't know we needed it. Fucking amazing. Pauly Shore's back, you guys. Pauly Shore's back. All right, more DSA policy stuff. This is Mom Donnie. Guys, once again, if you voted for Donald Trump, I invite you to hop in the box or call in. We're looking to talk to Trump supporters, so if you voted for Donald Trump, come on down. Let's have a chat.
Republicans are going to make you the poster child for the Democratic Party.
Let them. We don't have to ask ourselves what life looks like if a socialist wins. I won last November, and over the course of these last 6 months, what we've delivered for working people are the very things we were told were impossible. We've delivered free childcare for 2-year-olds for the first time in New York City history. We've delivered tens of millions of dollars back to tenants who were taken advantage of by bad landlords. We've delivered 165,000 potholes being paved. And we've done all of these things while also delivering the lowest recorded crime in our city's history. That's what it looks like to have democratic socialism. And what you're seeing is that New Yorkers experienced this for 6 months and made the decision that they wanted to see more of it on the national stage as well.
Republican.
You know how Nemo is always saying, like, if that guy was an American citizen, he'd be president? I fucking wholeheartedly agree with it. He's so great. Oh, look at Flat Frog down there. He's coping a little bit. He's coping. Flat Frog, why don't you come on up and tell us? Here, I'll tell you. Max! Thank you so much for the galaxy. Here, but I sent you an invite. There you go. Come on up and... Oh, why'd you turn down my invite? Come on down, buddy. There you go. I invited you again. We'll try it again. There you go. Come on down, bud. What? Why do you keep turning down my invite? You seem to have a lot to say about the Democrats losing the midterms. Just come and talk to me about it. Huh. Strange. Keeps turning down my invites. So weird. Huh. I guess you're just too scared. That's okay. We'll let him chirp down in the chat. He's just a scared little guy. Or girl, I don't know. Either way. It's okay, Chief. You just be down there in the comments because you're scared to talk. Who's you scared? It's okay. You got your little keyboard that you can type the things because no one can talk back to you. Is that good? Okay. You stay down there. All right. Yeah, there you go, Chief. Oh, our little guy. Anyways, moving on. This one's a little bit more. Oh, that's not the. I forgot that wasn't the right one. I'll show you a different one. Yeah, actually, you know what? I don't really want to show those other ones right now. They're just depressing, and we're gonna do. And actually, I may want to show those later on for some other folks. So that's a whole other thing. So we'll get to that. The Dems are out of control. Thanks, man. Max, holy cow! Well, thank you, friend. Jeez, the galaxy and the fireworks. Appreciate that, bud. Don't. W's for Max. Appreciate you. All right, let's see here. Oh, thank you to Steven over there for the gift of the jewels on the tube. Appreciate you guys. Who's this guy down in the chat? He's funny. He's just funny. Oh, jeez. Max is just going all out there, but it just wanting to see all the stuff. Who's putting money on Mitch? Like money on him, like not making it through the rest of his term? I mean, hear Abbott threatening to withhold city funds if they stop donating to Israel? No. Axe with the money gun. This is Axe just coming in here and making it rain. Holy cow. Oh, flat. Crystal says Flat Frog is just some scared old guy. Doesn't know how to use TikTok. That's pretty funny. Okay, I guess that's probably why he can't request up, or he doesn't know. He just doesn't know how to use TikTok. That's hilarious. By the way, here's another clip of Mike Johnson. I'll just play the audio for you.
Am on the ballot because, in a real sense, he is. If we were to lose the midterms, heaven forbid, these Democrats, y'all, impeachment's not even the big concern. They will turn every committee of Congress into an investigative body, and they'll go after the president's family, the cabinet, his donors and friends. Half of you in this room will be targeted. I run the protection program. I'll take care of you, okay? We're going to win. We're going to win the midterm, okay? All right? I'll leave you.
Like, number one, that sounds fucking great. I just, like, everything about that, I fucking love. But number two, he literally just came out and was like, I run the protection program. I'll take care of you. What now? All right, let's see what we got here. Hi, thanks for calling the stream. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
I did.
Hello?
Hello?
Can barely hear you.
Hello?
I can't hear you. Could you speak up, please?
Yeah?
How old are you?
I'm 19.
Sure. Okay, I guess maybe this isn't clear. You have to be 18 plus to call in, okay? Or to request up. I'm 19. Ah. Holy cow. Not okay. They have not, Jeff. They have not dropped. Yeah, Linetti sounded younger than my almost 10-year-old too. I know it is summer vacation. Trust me, I talked about this with our other creator friends too. We all lament this time of year. Oh boy, when they're like they got nothing else to do. Whew. Whew. Rough. All right, let's see here. What else? I have one or two other things I think I wanted to show you guys. This one I really like because Trump has to admit. Oh, hang on. Thank you for calling the stream. Did you vote for Donald Trump? Okay. We're doing a great job today, guys. This one I really like because Trump actually has to admit that prices have gone higher.
For the first time in history, the powerful Rent Stabilization Board, as an example, that sets rents in New York City, just happened today. They just came out, first time ever, with a ruling, 0 rent increases for landlords, 0 for the next 2 years, despite the fact that energy, supplies, real estate taxes, and just about everything else has gone up. They're supposed to allow you to have that, 0. They're giving them that. They're basically confiscating their property. For the first time in...
Oops. Oops. See, an intelligent politician, just like, so you guys understand, an intelligent politician, even if they didn't like that policy in New York, even if they were fuming about it, they would never comment about it in that way. They would never fucking do that shit. It just goes to show how fucking stupid he is. He literally just came out and was like, everything's gone up in price. He's been the president for the last year and a half. Ah, God damn. I fucking hate it here. He's so stupid. Like, God damn. Erika! What's up, friend? How's it going? Guys, we'd like to talk to Trump supporters. So if you voted for Donald Trump, you can hop in the box over here. Or you can call in. The phone line is open. We're just kind of rolling here. Just popped on here a little while ago. I'm glad you guys are here hanging out. We haven't gotten any Trump supporters yet. So we'd love to talk to some Trump supporters, if there are any.
Oh, wait, there we go.
Heyo! Oh, wait, hold on. Can I put you on the big screen? Is that okay?
Sure, why not? Hello! Hiyo! Hello, everybody. Wait, there we go, right there. You guys can see it. Okay, cool. I have my Mad Matt mug.
I'm so like, thank you so much, friend. I appreciate that.
The camera.
Okay,
Yeah.
here, I'll take you off the big screen. Sorry.
I'm holding the camera. I can't find my stand. I don't know where I put it.
I gotta tell you, I love that, and I was just saying, I was like, I'm so glad because I love my Do All the Good Things shirt. And I was just saying, I was like, oh, I gotta wear my Do All the Good Things shirt this week, and someone was like, yeah. Erika was holding up your mug. I was like, W's for cross promotion. Let's go.
Yes, get you one. All right, yeah, you want a Mad Matt mug or a tee or a tank top or do you have crop tops too? I don't know.
Not
Crop
yet,
top.
but you know what they've been asking me to make?
What?
Sports bras.
Sports bras. All right. Once he has a sports bar available, make sure you get the sports bar. Oh, okay. But yes, add this one. And guess what? So I said this is gonna have to replace the MAGA Tears mug because the MAGA Tears mug it broke.
No.
Yeah, it made me sad. And I told the chat
No.
Isaiah doesn't make them anymore. So cheers to Mad Matt.
Yeah, I mean,
Also,
it feels like there's an opportunity there.
I mean, I feel like it'd be copyright infringement. You know how I am. Also, for anyone that didn't believe me, I wanted to show you all something because I'm not kidding. All right, Matt, if you know any men who are like tall, well, first, let's do personality first. All right, ambitious, disciplined, funny, witty, intelligent, politically inclined, and loves their mama. All right, doesn't have more than 1.5 kids. And also they no, I said tall, Matt. I said tall.
How tall are we talking?
Like 6'2", 6'3".
Oh, jeez. Wow, that hurts. I'm like just about 6 feet tall, but damn. Okay, friend. Jeez.
Almost isn't good enough. All right. And so then, right, I want him, like, then what you do is you tell him to come over here, all right, and help. Help me. I got to make sure I fix the camera thing and do it right.
Okay.
Okay, there we go. So this is what I make sure I don't get my toes though, because Lord knows. All right, hold on one moment. Okay, there we go. So this is what I did.
Hold on.
This is the
I'm
box.
gonna put you on the screen. Hold on. Let's
Okay.
see. All right, here we
So
go.
this is the box. Don't look at the shoes. This is a shoe cabinet. I want everyone to know so I can put all those shoes up. All right, but I got this, and I told myself a few days ago that I was going to put it together. So I go to unpacking it, right?
Okay.
And I get to unpacking it, and like I have a bunch of stuff on the couch too because I'm doing stuff. I'm trying to make the house pretty. All right, and I did this. I unpacked it, and then here are the instructions. Look at the instructions, Matt. I want to show you the instructions, Matt. I saw that. What is this? What is this? What the hell? What am I supposed to do with this, man? What am I supposed to do with this? And this is the very step one.
Erika, you're not supposed to say this. You're not supposed to say this in front of other people. You're supposed to be like, no, you got this. You're like.
Fuck that! I don't know what I'm doing. I'm about to hire somebody. I am not that person. I'm about to hire somebody.
Okay.
No, because Haley, I was telling myself I put together a computer chair. I put together the laundry storage thing, right? I put all that stuff together, and I told myself I'm a strong, healthy man, right? I was like, who's the man?
Yeah, you're the man.
You the man.
You're the man.
Strong, healthy,
Was
black man.
that the new Seek and Find? Is that the new?
I don't know what the fuck it is, Emma. I don't know what
Girl,
it is.
I looked at that and went, "That's a nope problem. That's a nope." Mm-mm. You want me to do calculus to build a shelf, bitch? What are we doing?
Exactly. We're doing trigonometry.
Real quick, W's down in the chat for Max for all of the gifting here, single-handedly just knocking out like every gift goal over here and being super kind. Thank you, Max. Really appreciate you.
Max.
W Max.
So
I want to say
kind.
that.
Thank you.
And hello, Emma. And I'm gonna see. It's funny. Oh, and also right before real quick, thank you to Wesley for the $10 super chat. Hi, chat. Get your Mad Matt shirts and mugs. Half the proceeds go to the Victory Fund in memory of Charlie Kirk. As always, Matt, much love. Erika, hi again. That vet collar was too much. I don't know what that sounds like fun.
I crashed out.
I love it. I'm gonna go back and watch that. I can't wait. But I'm gonna tell you this is like fixing stuff and putting things together. This is my jam. Actually, yesterday I went down to my girlfriend's mom and stepdad, and I helped them put up a shed actually because they needed a hand with that. And I was like, oh yeah, I can build a shed. That's fine. It's fun. So that's like my thing. So Sorry, I'm not. If I lived closer, I would absolutely just come over and just do it for you out of the goodness of my heart. Even though I'm only 5'11" and 3/4. Apparently,
Well,
that's
no,
disqualifying.
no. The person that like would do it out of the kindness of their heart, they could be 5'4". I don't care. They can do it. That's cool. I was talking about like he's a good man.
I know. I got it. He's good. He's a good man, Savannah. I got you. No, I know what you mean. It's fine. It's fine.
I'm sick of this. I can't keep living like this, Matt. No, but I'm gonna figure it out because I always figure it out. But I opened that damn instruction manual and said, "F shit." I said, "Ain't no way. I'm not doing this."
It's definitely not. It's definitely not like easy. That's definitely not easy shit.
What are you building?
It's a shoe cabinet, so basically, like, it has two doors that go like above each other, like one on top of each other, and you pull them out, and you can put shoes and purses and whatnot into it. It's for storage organization.
Organization? Who's that?
Oh, something new that I'm trying out. I heard about it before, and they said something about adults being organized, and I was like, "Ooh, let me try it."
You know what? Maybe when my toddler turns like 10, we can get there. But until then, I'm like getting him to stop chewing the ties on his shoes, the aglets off of his shoes, is our step one. You know?
I feel you.
Oh boy.
I feel you on that one. But Matt, I just wanted to show you the Mad Matt thing, and then also I wanted to tell people that I'm not kidding. I really did unpack this whole darn going thing and decided that, you know what, the battle is not mine; it is the Lord. So
the Lord.
Call him. All right, y'all have a great night.
You're
Erica.
okay. Bye, Erica. Thank you, friend. Rescue Squad down in the chat. Hey, friend, listen, it's all good. I just want to tell you, if you guys want to put something like a link down there, just don't copy and paste it like that. Just like space it out so it's not exactly like that. It's just because TikTok doesn't love it when people put those things in the chat and different things like that. If you can, just space it out and stuff like that. So that would be good. If you don't mind, much appreciated. But you're fine. You're fine, friend. You didn't know. That's why I'm just giving a little PSA. You're all good. Emma, how's it going over there? What's up?
It's going. We had pizza for dinner, just like I told you earlier. And look, oh my goodness, this is the cutest thing. So if you guys haven't seen Toy Story 5 yet, absolute must see. I'm not going to tell you how many times I cried. Mind your business, right? But like Papa John's is doing these limited edition Toy Story boxes that you can keep. It's so cute. So since there's like no pizza or anything on it because it's a personal pan pizza, I'm going to put it up in my son's room because he loves Toy Story.
Well, that's fucking adorable. That's fucking adorable. I got to be honest with you. I am probably going to go see it with my daughter at some point. Well, so we're going to be up in Maine this week and next, and so probably gonna go see it with like her and her cousins, and at some point like the next week and a half. I thought that 3 was a perfect ending, and then I was like, why are they making 4? And then I was like, well, 4 was pretty good, but like why? And now I was like, 5, but I have heard that it was good. So
honestly, it's so good, and I think it shows parents the issue with putting technology in our children's hands too young, right? Because that's like, I'm not going to give too much away, but that's a big chunk of the movie is how Bonnie originally is the only kid in her neighborhood who doesn't have a tablet.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and so then it enters into this whole realm, and it's really good, and it wraps everything together. There will not be a Toy Story 6.
Thank God. I mean, just because like I feel like we need to have a good ending and not like really sully the thing. But Swervin, hi. Are you a Trump supporter?
No, Matt, we've spoken before.
Oh, you're that's Swervin. I wasn't sure because your username was different and I wasn't friend with the. Okay, cool. I just wanted because I thought I recognized it, but then I looked at your just real quick and okay, got you. Hey, friend, how are you?
I'm doing well, my friend. Good to see you. I thought you were wonderful this morning on Rudy's Live.
Oh, thank you.
And I wanted to, because I know you're pretty popular on these TikTok streets. And good evening to all you beautiful, tiny people living in my telephone. I know you're pretty popular on these TikTok streets, and so I said before I send this video to Matt and others, let me touch base with you and see if I can send this video to you, because for years we have heard the far extreme right talking about how drag queen story hour was indoctrinating our children, right? How critical race theory was being taught in schools, indoctrinating our children, forcing white kids to have to apologize for being white, which I don't know what school it's taught in, but Republicans are really good at creating a solution to a problem that never existed.
Right.
But this video, when it was sent to me, it came with a trigger warning. And it took place at the Mount Olive Baptist Church in Louisville, Kentucky.
Okay.
And if this is not indoctrination, especially to children, I have no idea what is. So I just wanted to touch base with you and see if I could send this to you.
Sure.
And you could take a look at it, and if you want to put it up on the big screen for others to see. For some reason, man, I can never.
Thank
Let me
you,
see.
Max.
Politics
with Matt is my main account. This
You want me to
account
send
is
this?
my main account, if you don't mind. Yeah, if you can send it to this account, I should be able to pull it up. Yeah.
Okay. It's not politics. Is it politics with Matt 3?
No, that's my backup account or my secondary account.
Yeah. Politics. Matt.
It's so bad. Now I guess we're gonna have to watch it now because it sounds like it's a must see. So
Well, it's entirely up to you, but for me, it came with a trigger warning because I do suffer from PTSD from being a vet. Mazda King. All right.
That was great timing. Look with the Corey. Thank you again, Max. Appreciate you. That was really good timing, though, with the Corey on the screen. I'm not going to lie. Oh, there we go. I got it.
All right, cool. I'm going to go ahead and drop. You take a quick peek at it and talk about it a little bit. I'd love to get your thoughts on this.
Oh, okay, friend. All right, well, appreciate it, and I appreciate you. I actually, when you get down in the, actually, you know what? I don't have to do that. I can do it right from here. I just want to make sure that I'm following your. I want to make sure that I'm following this account too. So that's all. I'm gonna do it. I'll do it through here. But thank you, friend. I just wanted to make sure I've got you. Oh wait, the video went. Where did the video go? The video went away.
Bless you.
Thank you. Thank you. Sorry.
That's okay. Hold on 1 second.
All right.
Oh, I've got it. Crystal. Yep, that's it, Crystal. Thank you. All right. Well, I appreciate you, friend, and I'm gonna drop you a follow on this account too, so that I can I know it's you when you come up on this one too. Okay.
Sounds good. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you, and I'm gonna say good night to all you beautiful tiny people living in my telephone, and I will be in the mosh pit.
Thanks, bud. We'll take care.
Thanks, Matt.
Later. W's for Swervin, who's an exceptionally cool dude and a vet and just very very cool, good guy. And thank you for sharing this with us. Let's see. So I guess based on what Swervin said, let's just take a moment. I guess some PTSD, potential trigger warning. So if you need to turn your phone volume down or look away for a moment or even scroll out of the live, I recommend you do that. Okay? So get yourselves ready. And I'm going to play it here right now. Okay, guys, I don't know the context of the video yet. It just says that it's from Vacation Bible School at this church in Kentucky, like Sherman was saying. Thank you again, Max. Really, really generously appreciate you.
Take me out, blow him up. 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 Pick it up and blow him up. thinking about this all day. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's after 4? 5, 6. What's after 6? 7, 8.
What the fuck?
I'm very confused. I need. Okay, wait, hold on, Chris. Do you have context for this? I need context as to why this was happening at this church for Vacation Bible School.
I believe this was supposed to be, and I haven't. I'm not saying this as fact. This is just what I found so far. But I think they were either teaching them about warding off predators, or they were talking about immigrants or infidels or something along those lines. I would just like to point out that if this was happening, if this video happened in a mosque, the Christian right would lose their fucking minds.
They would lose their fucking minds.
They would be. This is fucking insane. They screamed and cried for how long about, oh, here comes Sharia law because of Mamdani. And then fucking Texas is like, here, hold my beer, have some Christian nationalism. And then shit like this.
I grew up Catholic, and I taught like Sunday school when I was in high school and shit like that, and I helped with Vacation Bible School because it would be like a couple of days, and I would help out. The type of shit that we did was we would have kids in like a little enclosed like tent thing, and it would be like Jonah swallowed by the whale, and we would like spray them with water bottles for fun.
Yeah, I went to a Christian Bible school, and we did arts and crafts and sang about Jesus. Like, these are children. Like, if you're an adult, you have some weird fucking fetish where you want to dance and sing around with your pew-pews and like whatever. Like, we listen and we don't judge, but whatever. But you're doing this to children. These kids were chanting. Now, just imagine again that this happened in a mosque and that they were doing this with children. They would try to have every single one of those people arrested.
That's probably the least of it. Thank you to Vintage Frizzle on the Blue App. It says, this reminds me of growing up in Baptist churches. We went to something called Tribulation Trail, where they acted out the book of Revelation to scare kids. It was awful. Yeah, I mean, for any of you who haven't seen the documentary, it came out quite a while ago now. Geez, probably like 15 or 20 years ago now. It was called Jesus Camp. And if you haven't seen that documentary, I would recommend it because you get a lot of the same.
So good.
A lot of the same shit. But thank you, Vintage Frizzle. But holy shit, that was crazy. JP, you don't seem to be connecting. JP, if you're a Trump supporter, you're certainly welcome to re-request. Guys, would like to talk to Trump supporters. So if you voted for Donald Trump, if you still support Donald Trump, I'd like to have a chat with you. You can request up over here on TikTok, or you can call in. The phone line is currently open. Thank you again to Swervin, I guess, for showing that to us. But jeez, holy shit.
Yeah, I'm sufficiently disturbed. I'm going to go though. Thank you for succumbing to peer pressure and giving us all what we desperately needed. Love you.
You're welcome.
So I'm looking more into this. I found the church that it happened in. I'm trying to find the context of like why they would do this in front of children. Like, are we okay? Because so like, let me get this right. We teach them run, hide, fight in school in case a crazy person comes in with a gun. But then we're going to bring those guns to church and perform an execution?
I mean, just that's what Jesus would have wanted, Emma.
We're in the bad place, aren't we?
Oh, we're definitely in the bad place.
Oh,
Betty, you don't look like a Trump supporter.
no. Oops.
That's okay, friend.
Becky's actually the ultra MAGA.
Emma, no lies, please. That's going to get spread everywhere. You know that.
We're gonna clip that shit right now. We're gonna clip it.
Please don't
right.
do that.
That's
But
okay.
hey,
You're good,
we,
friend.
we can't tell kids that other types of families exist, and we can't have certain people in bathrooms. But hey, pew pews at a Bible camp.
I mean, it seems legit to me, right? I mean, why not? Why not? Let's just go all out. Because really, let's just teach them that that's what happened. I mean, like again, I still want to know. I also like Emma. I want to know the rest of the context. But whatever the context is, it can't be good. But listen, I appreciate you, friend. I'm going to bring you back down. Okay.
You got it.
Take care.
Bye.
Hi, thank you for calling the stream. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
No, sir, but I wanted to get your political opinion on something, if it's okay.
We could do that real quick. Hey, just for terms of service, can you tell me your age, please?
Okay, I'm 40.
Okay, friend. What was your thought?
I wanted to ask you, how did you feel about the, this happened in April, how did you feel about the Supreme Court allowing the Trump administration to reverse the VRA Act of 1965?
Travesty. Absolute travesty, top to bottom. It is a stain on our nation. There's no other way to say it. It's a fucking stain on our nation.
But
yeah.
In your opinion, do you think it can be reversed? I mean, do you think it can be fixed? In your opinion,
I do think that we absolutely could write new legislation that would try to help. Yes, I do. I do think that we could write new legislation that would help. In the short term, no. I mean, I don't mean to be pessimistic, but obviously in the short term, for the mid, I mean, I assume you know that. I mean, we're obviously,
yeah,
right,
yeah, and and I'll say this really quick, but I was listening to a podcast about a year ago, and they were talking about some of the people in the Supreme Court, like Clarence Thomas, and I was scared and disgusted at what I heard. And it's just like half of the Supreme Court is in cahoots with Trump, and they are just like the problem. And it's scary because from my understanding, the Supreme Court is supposed to be one of the most partial and neutral courts of the land, and that's scary, But, sir, I want to thank you for what you do, and you keep telling the truth to the crazies, not crazies, but you know what I mean. But keep doing your thing.
Not entirely wrong there, but listen, I appreciate it. But listen, I just want to tell you one more thing before you go. When we get a Congress back that has a spine, that and the tide is turning. You just saw what happened in New York. We're getting progressives that are winning. They're going to start winning around the country. Things are changing, and they're scared. These people are scared, and they know that the tide is turning. And it might not happen right now, and it might not happen in the next 2 years. But you watch. You watch when we get rid of this stain on our country, we can start fixing some of these problems nationally. And I know that doesn't feel that way now, and I sometimes feel very pessimistic about it, and I feel very down about it, because I know that it feels shitty, and we are gonna get past this. We have to, because
I know
we're gonna get there. It's just gonna take a little bit of time, but I do believe that we can reverse this. It's just a real shame that we had to take 5 steps backwards and erase all this work that has been done in the last 60 years. It just goes to show that progressivism takes constant work. We have to all be reminded of that.
And also, if you could get your viewers to attend every No Kings rally,
absolutely,
they can, because that is how we're going to show those in power how powerful we are. With that, my brother,
Thank you, friend.
said, have a good night.
Absolutely, friend. You have a good one too. Take care.
Bye.
Bye. W's for our caller there. We appreciate you, friend. Listen. It's a tough situation because we're seeing things like this happening, and it's just hard to see the light at the end of the tunnel. It's hard to know. Thank you to Frost King over on the tube. Says no hate like Christian love. Goddamn right about that. So put the video in. Yes, I will, Nickel. Yep. I sure will. No problem. I'll copy that over right now for you guys.
Yeah, there's like I can't find any context even on like the church's page about this. It looks like they haven't actively posted on the church's own page since like 2025, really. So like it's weird. It's weird. But they were chanting oh god, what did it say in the post? Lock him up, blow him up, something like that.
Blow him up. I have to be honest with you.
Take him out and blow him up is what they're chanting.
I was almost like, oh, maybe and then I was like, we should not play that video again. I like with the amount of bang bangs. I was like, maybe let's not. I don't know, guys.
There's just so much wrong with this video.
Oh my God, there's so much wrong with this video, guys. I put the link in the Discord, in Nemo's Discord. By the way, it's under the links section, so if you want to go check it out, and actually, I'll throw it in the main chat also of Ari's as well, so that we can all want you guys to all be able to have it and see it. But geez, just what the hell? Here, put that there for you also.
Wild.
Yeah, it really is wild. Once again, guys, if you did vote for Donald Trump, we'd love to have a chat with you. That's why we're here. So you can call up if you're over on the tube. You can request up if you're over here. Yeah. So there you go. It would be great to have like a conversation with somebody because that has not happened yet tonight. That has not happened. We've been on for an hour. Been on for an hour now and have not had a single Trump supporter come up to talk. So, any Trump supporters? Let's see here. Shanna, did you vote for Donald Trump?
No, I didn't. I didn't mean to.
That's okay, friend. It's all good. We love
Sorry.
you. You have a good one.
I voted.
Oh. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. Oh no, Fawcett won't be in here. He's permanently blocked. I don't platform Nazis. Absolutely not.
Sorry, I had to do a thing. But that's part of what makes it so hard to get opposition nowadays, isn't it, Matt? The fact that we have a line in the sand in which we are willing to go, you know what? At this point is when you no longer deserve your voice to be heard because what you're saying is just harmful and hateful and like pushing boundaries you shouldn't push. And that makes it hard for us to continue having these conversations because that's what's left. The extreme right is what's left. Hi, Mia.
Mia. Hey, friend. How are you?
Bro, I am okay. How are you?
Good. Can you hang on one sec for me? Thanks for calling the stream. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
No, I didn't. Hey, Matt, it's Cat, bro. I have a question, man.
Okay, what's up?
No, I'm just curious, bro, and thank you for having me on the program. The young lady saying that she's kind of hesitant on getting other different perspectives. So she's pretty much saying she doesn't want to hear it and it shouldn't be heard by anybody else. But doesn't that go against everything that the left stands by saying that sanctuary cities and DEI should be for everybody?
Wait, what?
So if that's the case, shouldn't everybody's voice should be heard?
Hang on, wait a second. What are you talking about? No one said that at all. You sound.
She just literally said that people shouldn't be heard if they don't have a perspective like hers.
No, that's not what she said. What she said is that what we're doing as creators is we're not allowing people on our platform who espouse things like Nazi beliefs
You guys call Trump Nazis all the time. You say DEI is Nazis even though they're getting funded.
No, we don't. We're talking about people who say actual things that are in line with literal white supremacy, sir. So what you're doing right now is you're
Don
drawing
Lemon,
no.
Don Lemon
no,
talks
sir,
about white
sir,
supremacy all the
excuse me.
time, but Don
Yes.
Lemon's married to a white guy.
Excuse me. Don Lemon talking about white supremacy is educating people about it. We're talking
But he's
about
married to a white guy.
Sir, he's not a white. Jesus Christ. I don't know how to explain this to you any other way. What we're
Yeah,
talking
please help me understand because your math is not mathing.
Yeah, because you're
Leo,
not
is that
listening.
you? Leo, is that
Hello?
you?
Nemo? No, Nemo left a couple of days ago when I cooked him.
Leo, is that you?
There's no Leo here. Nemo is gone too.
No,
Somebody go get Nemo.
She said Leo. But anyways, what we're explaining is
This is
that
Cap, bro. I said Cap in the beginning.
Listen, if you have to stop talking and listen to me. What she said was, and I echo this statement 100%, is when we talk to certain people enough times, as we've talked to them multiple times, and they espouse views that are actively harmful in that way. They literally say racist things, or they say that certain groups of people shouldn't exist or should be unalived, for example. We make a decision that sort of rhetoric shouldn't be platformed. Instead, what we do is, if it's like, if somebody wants to, why are you interrupting me while I'm in the middle of a fucking sentence?
But you guys constantly
Why
do that
are
about
you
Charlie
interrupting
Kirk.
me
Rest
while
in
I'm in
peace.
the middle of a fucking sentence?
Well, you don't got to scream, man.
I do, because you keep interrupting me. Stop it. I'm
All right.
literally trying to finish my fucking thought. Stop interrupting
let's
me. Shut the
All right,
fuck up
cool.
and listen. You asked a
Oh, man.
question, and I'm fucking answering you.
So this is the side you
Shut
want us
the
representing
fuck
in the
up,
United
and I'm
States.
trying to answer you. Stop
That's
talking.
the attitude you want
Shut the
representing the
fuck
United
up,
States.
and I'm trying to answer you.
So you want us to vote for
Shut
that?
the fuck up.
All right, calm down.
No. Shut the fuck up.
I did like 10 seconds.
Emma, I'm sorry if your headphones on. All right. Mia, would you like to say something? I'm sorry.
This is Cap, not Mia.
I'm talking
my
to someone
God.
else, you fucking idiot.
Golly, man, sorry.
Cap.
Mia?
You are a grown ass man. Please practice
And
some
you're
self
a
control.
pretty grown-ass woman from what I've seen.
Okay. Any Hoosers, please practice some self control.
I'm
So
trying
my
to. I'm just saying,
question
you're
for
the one
you.
talking about
Okay,
people should be banned because they don't have the same perspective as you.
hello. I actually didn't say it.
Yeah, you pretty much did. And that goes against everything you're standing for.
I wasn't
hypocrite.
even up here.
Talking about
So
sanctuary cities when you can't even
you
talk to
don't
people
know
and you don't
anything.
want dialogue.
Hey,
You
Cap.
can't even stop long enough to figure out that you're talking to a completely different person
Right.
than who said what they said.
He's not.
How
No, I
about you
agree with
talk-
him about the bigotry and the racism stuff. I agree with him 1,000%. But man, like he just cursed me out in the span of 15 seconds.
Oh
and you
no,
think
did
that's
I
cool?
hurt your stupid fucking feelings, you fucking idiot? My bad.
Oh, what?
He can't even track the conversation.
So, hi, Cap.
Um,
I'm Emma. I said the thing. That's Mia, a whole separate individual who was also trying to say things to you.
I definitely talked to him before. I talked to him at some point last week. One of my mods just reminded me. I was like, oh yeah, I remember this guy. And he just literally wouldn't stop fucking talking, so I had to fucking drop him.
Imagine trying to screen him for Ari. I'm like, you're not even calling to talk to me. Please stop. But I was coming up because you all had touched on elections and everything and the outcomes, and this is like the perfect time because there are still people that are fearful of what is going to meet them at the polls. Like they are fearful of if DHS will send people out. They are fearful on if the DOD, and yes, I will still refer to it as the DOD, will send people out. And this is where we want to be proactive in these thoughts, right? So instead of continuing with the fear mongering, let's just be prepared for whatever is waiting for us at the polls. Okay. And my whole thing is, if, like, especially if you're in a place that has been recently redistricted, please make sure that you are talking to your neighbors who also have been affected by redistricting. Hey, by the way, our polling place has changed. Hey, do you have capability of getting to said polling place? Especially if you have people of marginalized communities within your proximity, communicate with them, talk to them, allow them to know that, hey, let's ride together. If you are great with organizing, find a place that is not necessarily too close to the polling place, but somewhere that you guys can all walk together to the polling place, because strength in numbers. Let it be fun. Hey, let's have a pizza party prior. It's not going to be anything that has to do with, parties. It's going to be very like non-partisan, right? So we're talking about people being able to have the access to their right. And so then they are not afraid of what is to come if that happens. It is very easy to discourage people from making it to the polls if they are under the impression that there will be a threat at the polls.
Yeah, absolutely.
Make sure you're looking at your rules of your local, of your state. For instance, Georgia can't pass out water. Like something as simple as water. And we all know in Georgia, the lines get long. We are pushing into primaries currently. And then you also will probably have random special elections, all that stuff. But right now we're moving into July. And that means it's a perfect amount of time to organize, to coordinate, to communicate, and create more community, especially if you actually give a damn about marginalized communities. And this is where I'm going to specifically talk to think of yourselves as M&Ms. You are the shell of the M&Ms. If you are going to do any type of demonstration and you see people that do not look like you, but they want to be a part of a movement, you become the shell of the M&M. You don't silence people, or you don't silence marginalized communities. You empower them. You embolden them. You speak up for them when they are not in the room. You are the shell of the M&M. Because guess what? You all may walk away with silver bracelets, but marginalized communities are more likely to walk or to not walk away and have silver piercings, if you catch my drift. So, if you are going to act and if you are going to stand up and you actually care about what is going on, because I'm going to tell you right now, just because you have whiteness or proximity to it does not mean you are safe. Yes, there is a power in numbers, there is a strength in numbers, but you also have to understand the systems that you are in. So, while understanding the systems that you are in, make sure you operate in such manner. But I just wanted to add on to that way.
Absolutely.
Because I know people, yes, New York, great, fantastic, wonderful. We love it. We love to see it. It's a lot of our wet dream. Some people get to live it, but we want to live something closer to that. And that means we are going to have to speak out more.
Absolutely.
Use your privilege. Matt uses his privilege. Emma uses her privilege. Use your privilege.
I really love. I have to tell you, friend, I really love the M&M analogy. That's a really wonderful way to put it. I don't know if you came up with that, but if you did, kudos to you, because that is That's a really fucking good one. I got to tell you. So it's a great way to describe it, guys. Be the shell. Be the shell and protect that delicious chocolate inside. Like I like the fuck. Do it. That's a good way to do it. If you're at a protest or if you're in that sort of a situation, be on the outside. Literally, be on the outside. Do it, because there is more danger. There's more danger for our friends who are people of color. It's the truth. We have to accept it. So be on the outside. Be in front of them. Be their shell. And that's literally, but then also figuratively do it as well. I really like that, friend. Thank you. So.
Of course. And also when you think about the shell of the M&M, it doesn't change or take away from anything that is within. So we're not like, so there's no cultural appropriation. It's not taking the words from like marginalized communities. It's legitimately just assisting with, the aesthetic, you're assisting, you are protecting. But I want you all to know that if you are unable to go out for the festivals, you have things such as virtual phone banking. There are different ways that you are able to help push these things along, especially if you haven't had your primaries yet.
There we go.
You can go ahead and phone bank, door knock, and you can do it from all over. You don't have to be in that particular district, or you don't have to be in that particular state in order to push for these grassroots candidates. A reminder, Mamdani is the epitome of the grassroots candidate. Phone banking was for the people by the people. The door knocking for the people by the people. It wasn't, when we talk, like when you say that, like if you want something that fights money, it's us.
100%.
So.
Thank you, friend.
Sorry. If we're talking about things that fight money, you guys should really look into the Montana plan. So the Montana plan is a way that people came up with gutting Citizens United at its legs by creating state legislation that caps what corporations can donate during campaign seasons, because Citizens United is a federal thing saying, yes, they can do this according to federal election rules, but if the states implement their own rules for those corporations, it cuts Citizens United at its legs. So if we're talking about fighting dark money and that power that it holds, everyone needs to go to the montanaplan.org and check that out.
I like that too.
I believe Virginia's trying to implement that as well.
Real quick, I need to say thank you to Wesley, again, over in the super chat on the tube. He said, this caller is like this in the chat every single night, such an obnoxious turd. He's the textbook definition of a Ched. Yeah, I muted him. I never do that in the chat, but I muted him because he's so obnoxious. And then Wesley also sent $10 super chat saying, when Trump leaves office, the government should sue him on behalf of the people he caused mental distress to take his money, and use it for reparations or to fix homelessness or something. Much love. Thank you, Wesley. I would love that. That would be great. The problem is, I'm going to tell you right now, if Donald Trump lives to see the end of his term, if he's going to have some sort of a blanket fucking pardon on the way out or some bullshit like that. I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean to be like the fucking wet blanket here, but it's whatever's going to happen there. Now, it doesn't mean that the DOJ might not be able to claw back a bunch of money or do a bunch of shit, okay? Also, that fucking IRS thing is totally fucking bogus. There's no way that would ever hold up long-term in court. That you could just be like, yeah, the IRS could never look at... That's like literally giving somebody free reign to do fucking tax fraud, okay? You can't do that. It would never hold up in court. So, bullshit. I call bullshit on that across the board. But so I do think that there will be mechanisms to claw back money. I don't think that it will result in... I think that the idea that Trump will one day be prosecuted, we need to just... Yeah, Jen, I agree with you. Federal pardons don't affect state charges, but like because he was talking about the federal government doing it and getting the money. That's why I mentioned. I understand. You're right. The states can still charge him for certain things, but he was talking about the federal government. But I'm just saying the federal government has other resources potentially to claw back that money. I just don't think he's going to get prosecuted. I also, based on his health, I genuinely don't think that he's going to make it. I mean, that's not me being any sort of like, oh, I hope. I'm just pointing out the fact that he really looks fucking awful. And like everything that's going on with him is just, it's bad. So, and real quick, guys, if you voted for Donald Trump, I'd like to have a conversation with you. I have not had a conversation tonight with a Trump supporter. So if you voted for Donald Trump, hop in the box. Let's have a chat. Or if you're over on the tube, you can call the number, and we can have a conversation that way. Also, thank you to Donna. The Blue app, it says, thank you. Did someone get unalived in the video? I'm confused. No, it was performative. It was staged. We're also a bit confused about exactly what happened in the video. We were trying to get some context. I don't believe that we have much more context. So, but it was really fucked up.
And disrespectfully, actually, W chat for having Matt at 69. Okay. But I've seen y'all do so much better on taps than this. A lot quicker. And that's and it's pissing me off because y'all got me up here caping for a damn white man. Like, can we tap, please? Now? Like, I'm typically like, damn, he's been on for like 2 minutes and he already got 100K. But like, what are we doing? Like W's for the 69, but like, let's go ahead and tap. That's another reason why it's not getting pushed out for us to find those like rogue right wingers.
69, dude. It's Bill and Ted's excellent. Never mind.
Oh, hey Matt, Emma, what's the speed limit of sex?
What's the what?
Speed limit of sex?
69.
No, it's 68 because at 69 you have to turn around.
Oh boy.
Did she just yeet herself after that?
Yeah.
What a way to leave, bro.
She just pulled a Hector. She just hectored. Hey, W's for Mia. That was I know that was epic. W's for Mia. That was a epic poll right there. Mia sends me the funniest text. She sends me the funniest shit. I like Mia. We are buddies. We've actually met in person, just like I've also met Emma in person. And if you guys were wondering if it was actually fun to meet these friends that we've made online in person, it's actually a lot of fucking fun.
I actually hated all of it, and it just hashtag blame RJ, you know? Anyway, I got new I got new backsplash for my kitchen. I'm really excited about.
Oh, nice. Are you gonna do it yourself?
I am. So it's like it's tiles, and it's like, you know, like the Mediterranean like tiles that you see, like that sort of vibe. Mm-hmm. It's that, but lemons.
I like that. It's fun.
I'm really excited.
That's very it's very Italian, very actually very Sicilian. When I was in Sicily, there saw a lot of that, and it's I like that a lot. So very cool vibe. I like it. It's good. Well, good luck doing your own backsplash. It's fun. It's fun. I hope you guys have fun with that. So.
Oh, I'm sure it's gonna be a treat because my husband goes out of town for work Monday through Friday. But these past couple weeks he's been stuck in Florida even on the weekends. So this tiny terror, drives me up the wall.
You said me.
You want to say hi? Say hi, Matt.
Hi, buddy. How you doing? Did you enjoy Toy Story 5?
Yeah, I go Toy Story. You know Chef's friend when we scared and we swimming.
No, you can't give spoilers. Shh,
Oh
don't
yeah,
spoil it.
that's okay. But I love Jessie. Jessie is one of my favorites. Do you like Jessie?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a new Jessie doll today, didn't you?
What?
Yeah, very cool.
You know this? Do you know the song Woody's Roundup? Do you remember that from one of the other Toy Story movies? I like that song a lot. The Woody's Roundup. That one. I like that song. That's one of my favorites.
What the? That is not the song.
That is not the song, Matt. You're wrong.
Oh, sorry. My bad. My bad, bud. Sorry.
Want the scary?
I know, brother. I got you. You just sit down, please.
Oh. W.
They're only this age once, you know? And although he took a late nap this afternoon, which is why he's awake right now. Chat, don't come for me as a mom. I see it. No, I found it actually
It's
because
the summer,
I can
Emma. It's the summer. Who cares?
He's a toddler.
It's the summer. Whatever the fuck.
But yeah, so I am allowing him for the first time ever to play a video game, and he's really into it. I know, you gotta let it load.
Let's go. I hope it's Oregon Trail so that he learns about dying of dysentery.
Well, one day when he's able to read, sure. But right now he told me he just wants to run, so he's literally just running in this game, just a straight line, run, and sometimes jump.
I love it. That's awesome. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. My daughter's just like 2 weeks from turning 10. God, that stage feels like fucking yesterday. God damn. It is wild how fast it goes. And I'm sure all you other parents with older kids are like you feel the same way. I'm sure everyone's got that feeling too. But man, she turns 10 and I'm like when she was like 2 or 3 years old, that just feels like fucking yesterday. Weird.
No, you think that okay, so I've got 2 kids. I thought I was one and done because I have a 17-year-old daughter. And like she is now getting to the age she's about to be a senior in high school. She's tired of living in the middle of nowhere, Indiana. So she has expressed to me how she's going to spend her senior year with her dad because he lives in the big city. And she's going to explore colleges and do all these things. So I'm at this point in my life where I'm like, I'm suffering from a nest that isn't empty, but my firstborn child is leaving it. And it's like, it really sucks. It really sucks.
Not good. That's sad.
It is very sad, and my heart hurts a lot. But but also just the sense of adventure that she has, and knowing how confident she is in herself, and knowing that I am the cause of that. Like, man, I'm proud of her.
Okay, there's 2 people in the box. No idea if either of them are Trump supporters, but we're gonna see. Let's find out. That person just didn't even load. Okay.
Polly.
Mr. Dubs, hi. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
I did.
Oh, okay. Well, how old are you and what state are you in?
27, Pennsylvania. I just got done debating Dean earlier and then Parker like 5 minutes ago. So you're probably going to see a bunch of chats in the comments just saying things. But just wanted to pre-warn you that there's going to be a bunch of spamming going on in your comment box.
People don't usually spam my chat, but that's fine.
Someone feels real important, don't they?
I guess. But anyways, all right. Well, Mr. Dubs, why do you still support Donald Trump as of June 2026?
He's truly just a delightful human being. He reminds me of my grandfather. He's fighting against illegal immigrants, Muslims, and a bunch of other demographics that I don't like, including the gays and trans.
Oh, you're just a bigot. Okay, cool. I mean, why didn't you just say, like, it would have just been easier to just come out and be like, I'm a bigot. That's why I support Donald Trump. You could have just said that.
I am the definition of a bigot, yes.
This makes sense as to why I have him blocked. Yeah, this makes
perfect. All right, so you're just trolling?
Do you think I'm not being genuine?
No, I don't know. Either you're being genuine and you're just a bigoted piece of shit, or you're trolling and you kind
I,
of suck
I
at
am a
it.
bigger piece of shit, so we could start with all the
Yeah,
same
no,
level.
he's just a giant bigot.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to change my.
Yeah, I know.
So
I
this
know.
is a prime example of what I was talking about earlier. That if you're going to spread just rhetoric rooted in hate for no other reason than to be hateful, we don't platform that.
See, there you go. That guy. This is a Emma. What a timely example. That guy literally just came up and is like, I hate all of these people, and you're not going to change my mind. Okay. Why would we
have
talk?
a good night.
Great. Later.
Goodbye.
If he was like, hey, I'd like to talk to you about Trump's economic policy. I'd like to discuss whether or not the war in Iran is worthwhile. I'd like to talk to you about, what we're doing with oil in this. I don't know, whatever the fuck, or manufacturing. Great. Let's have a conversation, and we'll talk to you for an hour. But
came up here and said, well, I hate the LGBTQIA and Muslim people and this person and that person. Okay, right.
And he said, you're not going to change my mind. He literally was just like, I hate all of these things and these people. You're not going to change my mind. So what good would that conversation have been?
None. It would have just allowed him to spread his hateful rhetoric, which would have in turn hurt people who come into our lives and watch what we do, because at the end of the day, we aren't hateful bigots. We stand up for marginalized communities all day, every day.
But, we're hypocrites because we don't want to talk to that guy, apparently. Okay. Hopefully you saw that one, Cap. Hopefully you saw that one.
I hope that's Cap calling. Please be Cap.
It's not.
Fuck.
Thanks for calling the stream. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yep.
Okay. How old are you? What state did you vote in?
28, Washington.
Okay. Why do you still support Donald Trump as of June 2026?
Fully lied. I never fucking supported him. I'm tired of... well, no, I'm not tired of anything, honestly. Kudos to you, but talk doesn't do anything to these people. They don't care.
I'm going to tell you...
You can't convince them.
Oh.
You can't teach them. They don't want to learn.
My friend?
There have been a few. You know what? No, I guess I'll dial back a bit, but for the most part, talk ain't doing shit, man.
Look, man. I'll stop you. I get that feeling. I really and truly do. I'm not even going to tell you, I'm not even going to be like, you're just wrong. You're wrong. Like, what the... I understand it. I really do. I'm not going to sit here and lie and just be like, it's just bullshit. What the fuck is wrong? I understand. However, I've been hosting my own lives for about a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
The number of people, number one, the number of people that have actually come back and told me that I changed their mind or I made a difference in their thought process and they were MAGA. Also, my friend Nemo, who I do co-hosting with, and it's happened to Emma and both of our friends Erika. The number of people has actually been surprising even to me. But the real thing is not the people that you see. It's not the people that come up and they call and they're like, I voted for Donald Trump and I talked to you and you changed my mind. That's not the people that I'm even most worried about or thinking about. Thank you, Chestnut. The people are people like you, but on the other side, the people that are sitting in the live, that are sitting in the chat, they may not even say a word and they're just watching. And they hear one of us say something and bring up a source or bring up a point and make a point, and that's the moment that they question why they're supporting Donald Trump or why they're in the MAGA movement or why they're doing those things. And if I could if I had a nickel for every one of those people that reached out to me and was like, hey, I'm in the chat. I would never come up, but you changed my mind about this, or that, like, that experience has happened a lot more than I could ever say. And so I understand it. It feels like we're just just butting our head against the wall and talking to these people is fruitless. But there's a whole segment of people that are sitting there quietly and just watching. And all it takes is that one thing, and they Google it, and they're like, "Well, wait a second." That's my take on it. I understand it feels frustrating, but I hope that makes a little bit more sense, friend.
That can go back in your bucket. Sorry.
That's okay. It's all right. Be a dad. It's fine.
No, I hear you. And you know what? Honestly, because I don't see that. I'm not on. Obviously, I could not do what you do. Mentally, fatigue-wise, could not.
It's okay, friend.
So you seeing the slight turnabouts, those nickels, that's good. That gives me a little bit of hope because I swear, when I come across lives and I see people that are just so blatantly ignorant, and then it's like you bring them to the water. You're like, here it is, my guy, and they're like, yeah, no, I'm good. And then it's just like, what? Then how can you even say that you actually do think for yourself? Because clearly you're being shown facts, reality, but then they just fold back to their cult stuff.
I think the biggest thing for me that kept me going, because like Matt said, right, like he's been doing these lives for about a year and a half. I've been doing these lives going on 2 years. I started campaigning for Kamala Harris in August of 2024 when she officially entered the race. Having people come to me and tell me that they had never voted before, but watching me talk about how voting works, where it matters, and when to do it, they got out and voted for the first time in 2024 and plan on voting in their midterm elections and have been more active in their locals as well.
Well, that's good. That makes me feel a little bit better.
I'm just saying, friend. I get what you're. I understand you. I understand. It feels like we're hitting our head against the wall, but there's a whole thing that we're kind of not seeing on the other side, and hopefully that's getting through to more people than we think.
Well, and it feels like we're hitting our head against that wall, right? Because they feel like the majority. But if you actually look at the numbers, more people voted against Donald Trump, and that doesn't even count the amount of registered voters who simply did not get out and vote. That is the base that we need to touch, because those are the disenfranchised people who feel like their vote doesn't matter. And they feel this way because of the lack of education that happens in voting. If you walk outside tomorrow, brother, and you go to a grocery store, ask a random person, what is a county commissioner's job? And they're not going to be able to tell you what a county commissioner is. So the lack of education, like showing people I'm just a bill in 4th grade and never talking about how the government works ever again, is harming the constituents of the country.
Yeah, and that's where I give kudos to you, host, because you just educate. You straight try and set things straight. I fight with just my own feelings and my own opinions.
I understand, friend. Yeah. We do our best. Look, we do our best. We're not just doing it just to argue with people. I want to change people's minds. I want, I've mentioned many times before, my daughter turns 10 next month. I don't feel like I'm doing my job as a parent and as a dad if I don't try as hard as I can to make this country better for her. If I don't do a good job of that, and for my nieces and nephews, who are a much darker shade than I am, I want them to be safe, and I want them to live happy and lovely lives. And I there's so many people in my life that I want to I just want them to have the America that we've all been promised since we were kids. I'm 40. Yeah. I turned 43 in a month, and I just really we grew up with a particular idea of what America should be, and I think that if we were able to get that would be really nice. But it needs to be for everybody, not just white Christian people, or not just for white Christian men. I don't want that. I want it for everybody. And that to me is the American dream, man. So that's why I'm doing it. That's why I talk to people. And that's why that's why I bang my head against the wall. So I do it. I try.
Well, shit. I guess thank you is in order.
No, man. No, you don't have to, dude. You don't have to thank me. No one has to thank. Thank you for listening, and thank all the other folks who are here, the 600 or 700 people that are listening, despite the fact that we haven't had any debates, or we haven't had any, which is a low number. We haven't had any chat, but like just the fact that that's going on, right? So we haven't even had any, but I thank all of these fine folks and you just for being here, just for wanting to listen, and just because that's what gives it a platform, and that's what allows us to get out to more people. So thank you.
This course is kind of few and far between if you doom scroll.
It's a lot, man. It's a lot. Just the last thing that I'll say is you're getting the worst of the worst. We're getting the worst of the worst. The people that are here, the people that are talking with us, it's just bad. And they're the most painfully difficult people that we're gonna right. But the reason,
I was God. I think it was. Dear God, you've been on literally too. Like I think I was up at like 5 this freaking morning, and I was hearing you talk to some.
What? Wait, what time zone are you in? There's no way. No, I wasn't up. I wasn't on last night.
Am I crazy? Okay.
Yeah, you might be crazy. I wasn't on last night.
I swear I woke up this morning at like 4 o'clock and was doom scrolling, and I saw one of your lives.
Oh God, I hope not. No, but I'm just saying that like the proof is in the pudding. MAGA, they're losing elections all over the country, and not only are they losing elections, even in places where they're winning, their turnout is down, and their margins of victory are getting to be slimmer and slimmer and slimmer. The tide is turning. So just remind yourself that when you see it and it still feels like it's overwhelming and that there's all these people, the real numbers are telling a different story. The approval numbers are telling a different story. All of these different things are indicating to us that who we're talking to are firmly in the minority now. So just give yourself that little bit of comfort as well, because numbers don't really lie in that way. Yeah. So I hope maybe that makes you feel a little better. I don't know, maybe not. I don't know. But I wish I could make you feel a little bit better.
A little bit of back and forth has made me feel a little bit better. Because honestly, hearing just because I guess I've heard it a couple of times. I don't think recently. I'm just spitballing. It's so few and far between to hear you break through to somebody you tell somebody something and they're just like, no, that's not how it is. It's just like, look it up. No, it's, oh my God. But you already know all that shit.
I feel you, friend. I feel you.
Yeah.
But
I'm gonna say thank you again. Freaking thanks for having me on. I'm gonna hop off, get me some food, and get my ass to sleep.
You're all good, friend. Well, listen. You take care. And like I said, thank you for listening. I'm glad you're out there, and I hope that we get more folks that are at least a little bit more encouraging. Okay.
It's not that bad.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, have a good night, bud. Take care.
Yeah. Take care.
I mean, at least hopeful conversations are happening. The ops are few and far in between, but I think it's not that they necessarily are gone or that they don't support Trump anymore, but I think it's pride at this point, right? Even if they do still support Trump, saying that, hey, I may have been duped on a couple of things is just so hard. Because, I mean, look at Mike Johnson, for example. Did you see him completely, panicked over reading the DSA policies?
We played the video earlier.
Stunning, beautiful. I didn't know Mike Johnson was doing DSA ads, but I hope he does more.
It's literally a campaign ad. I like sitting there watching. I'm like, yes, yes, yes,
Right.
yes, yes. It
He's
was.
trying so hard to make these things sound bad.
It was just like, listen, we're gonna play. We're gonna play it again because
Please, I
like
love it.
I love it too much also, and it's just fucking.
It's so good.
Glorious.
He's like, banish the Electoral College. Can you believe they're saying these things out loud?
They want proportional representation.
Oh no!
No, not proportional representation. Oh my God!
Ranked choice voting. Can you believe it?
No. All right. So,
and if anybody shared it from the podium, and if they have, forgive me for repeating it. But the DSA, the Democrat Socialists of America, it sounds so innocuous, doesn't it? No, it doesn't. Don't say that. This is their platform. Listen, this is actually quotes from their platform that they published, I think, about a day or two ago. You can find this on the internet. Okay, here's just a sample of what they're about. They put this on paper. They're saying the quiet things out loud. Abolish the Electoral College, replace the two-party system with a multi-party democracy. Expand the House of Representatives, implement proportional representation, and ranked choice voting in all elections. Establish public ownership of the largest corporations and essential industries to ensure democratic control and accountability to the people.
No.
Abolish ICE and grant amnesty for all. End sanctions on Cuba, Venezuela, and Iran. Free Palestine. Quote, for a free Palestine with Jerusalem as its capital. End all military and economic aid to Israel. Prosecute U.S. and Israeli leaders responsible for the genocide in Gaza.
He doesn't like that one.
Abolish the carceral state. Quote, redirect police and prison funding to public services as steps towards abolishing the carceral forces of the capitalist state. Y'all, it goes on and on and on. Defund the Department of War. Replace the president and the Supreme Court with an executive and judiciary chosen and subordinate to Congress, which they're hoping to take over.
It's almost like that's how it's kind of supposed to be.
Just leave that one there. Okay.
To
Fine, I'm kidding. I love
the abolish the Senate one was his joke at the end. But like, what the fuck?
So it like when he was like purchase parts of, like big corporations for distribution purposes. So kind of like when Donald Trump bought parts of Intel? Kind of like that?
Kind of like that? Right? No? I get that. I'm sorry. Just like, fuck.
You know what's crazy is I heard the entire election year, we can't have a communist, socialist, Marxist person as president of the United States, as if those three things were the same thing. And then Donald Trump comes into office running on things like free IVF for everybody, which I don't know, sounds like socialized medicine to me. Bank accounts for all of our children, which sounds like socialism, and purchasing the parts of corporations like Intel. Hi, Nemo. How are you?
It's fucking wild. The whole thing. I just can't. That he says all of it. But like, I know that he's trying to, but it's just like, how do you spin proportional representation as bad?
You put your neck down and drop your voice an octave. That's how you do it.
But like, who is sitting there going like, yeah, I don't want fair representation for every, like, what the fuck?
This reminds me, what was that event that they had? It was like a Republican convention, and the guy was like, who wants to see people indicted? And people were cheering, and he was like, no. Let's do that again.
It was fucking hilarious. That's probably going to be an ad. Honestly. If it's not an ad, it's just going to be plastered fucking everywhere until the midterms. As well it should be.
I hope it is. Like, someone write Mike Johnson a check, please.
Get that man on the Unfuck America tour. Oh, sorry. I mean, never mind. Yeah, it's CPAC, exactly. It's just, what the fuck? What the fuck? So, I guess apparently, U.S. official has said that the U.S. and Iran have agreed to halt attacks once again in the Strait of Hormuz and allow vessels to move freely. Hostilities have threatened a ceasefire. I was on a live. I was on live earlier. I was on with Rudy, with moderate Democrat, who again I like him, and I do appreciate that he's shifted his stance to different stuff. But he was asking a question, and there was a couple of other Zionists there, and they were saying that Hamas started a war with Israel, and I was like, no, they didn't. They're like, no, it's war. And I was like, no, it's a non-international armed conflict. It's an armed conflict. And they're like, no, it's a war. It's between this group and this group. And I was like, I said, there's one little problem there. And I said, is Palestine a sovereign nation? And they're like, no. I was like, well then, they can't start a war. Oops. Because you would actually have to recognize Palestine as a country first. Kind of puts a little kink in your plans.
It's weird to me how they'll jump through all these hoops to call starving children and unaliving innocent civilians a war with Hamas, but they won't call Iran a war because Congress didn't declare it one. And now all of a sudden, all of these people are so emboldened to just like walk up to Afghanistan and Vietnam vets and be like, you didn't actually go to war. Because I asked them, I'm like, would you actually say that to someone's face? And they're like, absolutely, I would. Please record it. I'll send you $100.
Thick. I love when Thick will come up when people say shit like that. If Thick is in here, he is like right in the fucking. I'm like, great. He's like, tell this guy right up. Tell Thick that he didn't fight in a war. Tell him, because there you go. Oh, hello there.
That's my cat.
Oh.
She would wear me as a skin suit if she got the opportunity to.
No doubt about that. But anyways, I just really yeah, it's an excursion, sure. But I just really was like, yeah, I mean, that would require you recognizing Palestinian statehood. And that's not a thing for you guys. Seems like you guys don't really want to do that. You don't want to do that. So, yeah. Negative Ghost Rider. Pattern is full. Well, the Civil War was because the Confederacy broke off and formed their own country. Technically. So. Slight difference there. Now, did we recognize them as a country? Did the Union? No. But did they? They did. So it was technically. At least that's how I would explain it. So, yeah. So there we go. Anyways, but yes, I was doing a lot of for whatever reason today. I just ended up on multiple Israel panels. So, yeah. And they're like, but what did all these things? I was like, yeah, I didn't say that they didn't do the things. Just saying for all intents and purposes, you can't technically call it that because they're not a sovereign state. So, but anyways, that was my take on it. And it was interesting. So it was good times. Good times for all. Once again, if you are here on TikTok and you voted for Donald Trump, I'd like you to hop in the box. If you're over on the tube, you can call the number. Wesley, thank you for the $10 super chat. He said Johnson is scared because he knows that many reps, including him, are not representative of average Americans, which means he would very quickly be unemployable since he has no real marketable skills. Well, that's the fucking truth. I mean, there's not a big employment market, jobs for sniveling little weasels, is there? I don't think so. At least not that I'm aware of.
Fox News, probably.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Fox News. Very good, Nemo. Yeah, we were playing. I don't know if you heard it, but we played Mike Johnson's ad for the Democratic Socialists of America.
Yeah, so I heard it. Yeah. I'm so scared. Oh no. Medicare for all?
We should absolutely be terrified. Medicare for all, more representation, like ownership of businesses for the community. What do you mean, Nemo? This is crazy.
The horror.
The absolute fucking horror. Nemo doesn't have bedhead. You don't know that. What are you saying?
Oh, I totally have bedhead. Yeah, this is bedhead.
I was trying to run interference for you. I don't know, guys. We could try to do a restart. Try to do a restart since Nemo's here. If you guys want, should we do a restart?
I am going to go ahead and take my exit and go to sleep. It is late for me.
Well,
So,
fine.
Nemo,
Be that way.
save my life. Look, I take magnesium, guys. I'm in like the ninth hour right now fighting for my life.
Magnesium?
Yeah, it helps me sleep on top of the devil's lettuce, you know?
Oh, my sweet summer child. I remember when magnesium used to make me sleepy when I was 11.
Oh, wow. Fuck off, Nemo. When I was 11? I'm pretty sure I'm older than Nemo. That's wild.
I don't know. Actually, you guys are almost the same age. I'm pretty sure. You guys are just about the exact same.
How
age.
old are you, Nemo?
33.
Yeah, I'm older than him. I'll be 35 this year.
I mean,
I win.
pretty
We're
fucking
basically the
close.
same age.
Basically the same age. Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
Look,
Whatever.
okay, I'll
I
never be as
guarantee
tall
I
as
have
you
more gray
gentlemen.
hairs.
Oh, 100%. But I'll never be as tall as you gentlemen, so I have to be bigger in age.
Okay. Fair enough. Guys, we're real happy that Emma came in and hung out for a little while. That was fun. W's for our friend Emma. Please, if you're not following Emma, do so. That would be great. I'm glad Emma came.
Love you guys. Good night.
Same friend. Good night. All right. Well, dude, I had no one. Well, no, that's not true. There's one Trump supporter who came up and was like, "Well, I was just on with Dean earlier, and then I was on with Parker, and so, just don't be surprised if people start spamming your chat about it." I was like, "Okay. Why do you still support Donald Trump?" And he goes, "Because he hates all the people that I hate, the Muslims and the gays and the blah." And he just lists off, and he's like, and he goes, "And you're not going to change my mind."
Well, okay then.
What the fuck? Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? That like you're just a bigot. And he goes, "Yeah." It's like, we're done here.
That's not a debate. Like, what the hell?
And then that guy Cap, who we talked to the other day, you would recognize his voice. Trust me, you'd recognize his voice. Who just couldn't stop fucking interrupting just over and over and over again. Called in, and he's like, "What's wrong with you guys?" He goes, "You guys are talking about how you just like won't talk to people, how you ban," because we were also talking about how we like someone was like saying like, "Oh, Fawcett is making the rounds." I was like, I don't want to talk to that Nazi piece of shit anymore. I was like, just fuck that guy. And he's like, that's not very democratic of you, and that's not very blah blah blah. And I was like, well, fucking, if somebody's gonna be a just straight up fucking Nazi or white supremacist, like, we're not gonna let them just espouse their views on our play. It's just harmful, and there's no changing their mind. Just like that guy.
Yeah.
He couldn't understand it. Natalie, maybe. I guess maybe if you can. I don't know. My dog doesn't like to wear hats, but I don't know. Maybe we could try it. But anyways, it was bullshit. So, I don't know. Should we do a restart? We can do. Let's do a restart since you're here and you're gonna hang.
Yeah.
We'll do a restart.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do a restart, guys. So number one, if you're on the tube or on Twitch, we're not gonna go anywhere. The screen's just gonna go dark for a second, then it'll come right back up. If you're for some reason if you're not following this account in my backup, or you're not following it, like, I don't know, drop all of your follows real quick. We're gonna come right back. Yes, are you all gonna? You pinky promise you'll come back? Yes, everybody, because we're gonna come right back. Yes. Okay, wonderful. Okay, guys, screen's gonna go dark for just a second on the other apps, and then we will be we will be right back in a second. Okay, be right back. Hey, all right, let's do this thing. Maybe we can get some ops this time, huh? What are they talking to? Pickles or Santana or something? Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Welcome back. The phone line is still open. Hello. Is it me you're looking for? I can see it in your eyes. Let's see. There we go. There we go. Guys, tap that screen. How about with a live goal? Appreciate you guys being here. Nemo is here. We're going to try to see if we can get some debates. If you voted for Donald Trump, hop in the box. Or you can give a ring on the phone line. Thank you guys for tapping the screen, helping out with the lime goal. We're doing all those good things, trying to help us push out to the FYP. Who's in Toy Story 2, Ray? Toy Story 2. Oh, Sheila, I would much rather have a Woody, for sure. I'm more of a Woody guy. Definitely. I do like me a Woody. Although Buzz is fun. Yes, that's correct, Nolan. That is supposed to be decided tomorrow. You're Forky? You know, my daughter really, really liked Forky. Really liked Forky when Toy Story 4 came out. That was... and I got a kick out of that because Forky is Buster. Is Tony Hale. Buster from Arrested Development, which I thought was hilarious. The Forky shorts are very funny. They really are. They're on Disney Plus. They're really funny. Strongly recommend. They're good. All right. If you voted for Donald Trump, you can get in the box. We can have a conversation. If you did. Pop on up. If you're over on the tube, you can call in. Give us a ring on the phone line. There's Nemo again. All right. Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. Hilarious, yeah. Don Rickles. I mean, come on. Amazing. Let's see. I don't know, Nemo. They are just there. I don't know. They're not out tonight.
Well.
They don't like us. Everything is just so fucking bad. Everything is so bad. Like they've got. It's just so bad. What are you going to defend? What are you going to talk about? Like, if you're out there and you're a Trump supporter, what the fuck are you going to talk to us about?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's true. They can't defend him anymore.
Say, well. Well.
Oh, yeah. I watched Erika destroy Liam. I watched that shit happen. Absolutely.
Yeah.
David, hi. Do you support Donald Trump?
Yeah, I voted for him.
Do you still support
Nemo,
him?
who is this guy?
I'm sorry. I asked you a question. I said, do you still support him?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Nemo.
Hi. I'm asking you a question. How old are you and what state did you vote in?
'59 Florida.
Thanks for calling the stream. Did you vote for Donald Trump? Oh, that's weird.
Nemo, who is this guy?
I'm sorry. Could you tell me how old you are and what state you voted in, please?
I said '59 Florida.
Yeah, you said it so fast you muted yourself halfway through, and I didn't get
Oh,
to hear
you're
it.
muted.
So, Bud, are we gonna have a conversation, or is this how the whole thing's gonna
Hard
go?
to do it when you.
Are we gonna have a conversation, or is this how the whole thing is gonna go? Because otherwise, I think I'll just move on.
Why are you muting me?
Okay, never mind. Boring conversation, anyways.
Do you not know David?
Oh no, I absolutely do. I just I unblocked him today just to do that for funsies. Just to pretend like I didn't know him. Because he's a piece of shit, and I thought it would be fun to do that.
Yeah. He's basically in the same category as Liam.
Yeah. I just thought that would be fun because that was just funny. Yeah, because David's a piece of shit, right? He's just a piece of shit. And the only thing, by the way, David got absolutely. I don't know if you guys watch Oscar. I just started watching Oscar. He's a lot of fun. He's really good. I like him a lot. He's a good dude, and I enjoy him. He torched David earlier today, and it was delightful. It was absolutely delightful. I really enjoyed that. So, I was like, he can come back through and do his thing. That's funny. So, yeah, Oscar's good. He's fun. Anyways, let's see. We got someone else here. Oh. Oh. Speaking of other people who got absolutely torched earlier, Popcorn was up with Michael and Erika, and he got absolutely fucking destroyed. He gave the source, and he got owned by. It was like classic Popcorn, right? He got owned by his own source. He just got absolutely fucking owned. It was hilarious. Speaking of Popcorn, you have my money. Do you have my fucking money, Popcorn?
You owe me.
Sure I do, bud.
And I got destroyed?
Yep, you absolutely. You got fucking destroyed. Michael and Smooth and Erika absolutely fucking owned your stupid sorry ass. Your own sources absolutely fucking wrecked you, which was really funny, by the way, that your own fucking sources did. Yep, you gave them a BBC article that proved you wrong, and then you had to fucking run away into a corner. It was one of the funniest things I've ever fucking seen. Honestly, and you've done so many stupid fucking things that it's really hilarious. Also, you keep going around telling people that you won that bet and that somehow there was another thing. Now, I'd like to remind everybody in here. Now, we're just restarting, so we've only been on for a couple of minutes. There's 400 and some odd people in here. Anyone who doubts that I didn't fucking own Popcorn in that debate, as well as Nemo and Erika were here too, you should go watch the entire thing unedited on YouTube because the entire video is up on YouTube unedited. And you'll see that we didn't make any other bets and that Popcorn is just a lying piece of shit. So anyways, Popcorn, great. Well, then what was the bet and where was it?
We made.
What was the other bet? And I want the timestamp in the video. Go get the timestamp of the YouTube video. Go get the timestamp of the YouTube video and come back. Tell you what, Popcorn,
when the clean CR
I'll let you come back up when you get the timestamp of the other one. Okay? So go get the timestamp, buddy. I'll let you come back up. Show us when the other bet was. I'm just really tired of you. By the way, you're also still fucking banned here anyways, but I'm just tired of you telling everybody the same thing and that like somehow, it's just silly. Also, anyone who just wants to see like the condensed version where I owned Popcorn in the debate, that would be pinned video number 1 on my page. I didn't have it as pinned video number 1, but since Popcorn has been running his stupid fucking little bitch-ass mouth, I moved it to number 1 on my page because he's a fucking little bitch who makes bets and doesn't pay them. Did I mention Popcorn's a little bitch? Oh, that's right. He is a little bitch. By the way, thanks to Taffy for the blue app. It says politeness with Matt. Oh, boy.
Ray, you said that Liam was denying the fact that he sexualizes Danielle and tries to flirt with her all the time. That's because Liam doesn't know how to flirt.
Liam, I don't know how many people saw what happened with like Eric. I texted Erika. I texted our friend Erika because I was like Liam and popcorn back to back. I was like, you're just fucking masochist. Ugh, it was bad news, but she handled it quite well, quite well, very impressively. I might add. So, something about Liam in a body bag. I don't know. There's some good stuff there.
Put him in a body bag, Johnny.
Yeah. Sweep the leg. Yes, Sensei. You're the best around. Nothing's ever.
Let's go have a kid down.
What a great fucking movie. So hey, this week we gotta do some coordination with a new camera and try to see if we can set that up. We should do that this week.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Yeah, definitely.
That'll be fun. I think you guys are going to be excited. We're going to hopefully be doing a new format here. It's going to be fun. So we're going to be trying some cool stuff. It's going to be fun. In our constant attempt to improve things for you guys and make things better and keep moving forward. So hopefully it's fun. Let's see what we got here. Ryan, hello. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yeah.
Okay. How old are you and what state did you vote in?
37. I voted in Nebraska.
Okay. Can you tell us why you still support Donald Trump as of June 2026?
Well, I mainly supported him for his no tax on tips, no tax on overtime legislation. That put a lot of money in my pocket come tax season. And that's the main thing that affected me, and it's still a thing, so I'm enjoying that perk.
Is it?
Is what?
Is it still a thing?
Yes. And it got me an extra, like, over $5,000 on my taxes.
So an extra $5,000 annually. And that's what swayed your vote?
Yeah.
Wait, Nemo, can I just want to ask one quick question here because I'm a little confused. I know what the max is on both overtime and tips. So you're claiming you get overtime and you get tips? What kind of job do you do?
I serve in a restaurant for a hotel.
How do you get overtime?
I work more than 40 hours sometimes.
So you work overtime enough that makes a difference?
Well, my main deduction is the no tax on tips, but,
Right, but
no
that deduction only goes up to a certain amount. There's no way that you could have. I mean, the idea that even if you got the full deduction on both, like let's say you got all of your overtime hours and all of the tips, I don't see how you could have gotten $5,000 extra back on your taxes. That's just, it's literally not possible.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
How is it not?
What was your refund last year versus this year?
Well, I only had like a 1,500, and now I had like over 7,000.
Even if you got the max write-off, there's still no way it's possible. The math doesn't work. That's not how taxes work. Like
Do you know
writing
the math?
off, yes, because writing off, because I own a business, I do a lot of write-offs. Just because you write one thing off doesn't mean that you get the money. That's not how that works, right?
I understand that.
Right.
I have a degree in accounting.
Okay, cool. So where was your income? Okay, great. So where was your income?
So it's like 61,000.
Your income was $61,000, and
Yes.
you claimed the maximum for overtime.
No, I didn't say I claimed the maximum for. I claimed the maximum for no tax on tips. I made over $25,000 in tips.
Right.
25,000. My marginal tax rate was 22%. So let's do 22% of $25,000, and that's like 5,500 right there.
What?
$25,000 deduction. My marginal tax rate was 22%. Do 22% of $25,000. That is how it works.
Okay. All right.
That's
You know what?
exactly how it works.
Okay, fine. You know what? I'm not. You know what, Nemo? We haven't had any conversations today. I'm not gonna. Never mind.
Yeah.
I'm not.
So
gonna push on.
$5,000 is what swayed your vote annually.
It was a little over 6,000, but yeah.
Okay. Have you factored in the costs that you are now accruing as a result of everything else that Donald Trump is doing?
As what? As opposed to what?
Well, I mean, gas is way more expensive. Electricity is way more expensive. A number of different items are far more expensive, not only because of the increase in fuel costs, but the increase due to tariffs. The economy is fast approaching a massive cliff, but won't factor that one in. Let me see. I'm trying to think. What are the other things? I mean, that's really about it.
My brokerage fund has gone up another 5,000 as well. Just by I'm invested in a growth fund, and the stock market's been doing really well.
Yeah. Do you take out of that, or is that a retirement thing?
I don't take out of it. I do have a Roth IRA, but my biggest account is my brokerage account.
Okay, so your brokerage account, do you take out of that at all, or is that just there?
No.
Okay, so then that's irrelevant, right?
No, I like seeing it grow.
Why?
Because it's a safety net for myself and my family.
Well, if you don't take out of it, how's it a safety net?
Because I haven't needed to use it yet.
Are you planning on touching it before you retire?
Probably at some point.
So the only time that the size of an account matters is when you actually start taking out of it, right? So whenever people say, "Oh, my 401k looks great," that only matters 5 minutes before you retire. Doesn't matter like 10 years, 15 years before you retire. It doesn't really matter because the market over time is going to return roughly 8% annually.
I don't see what you're getting at.
My point is that whenever you say, well, this account is doing good. Okay, yeah, but you're not touching it, right? So it's not actually money. You're not borrowing against it. You're not using it. It's just kind of there. So it doesn't actually exist. It's not a liquid asset. I mean, to even consider it an asset, I mean, it's...
I can sell it at any time for that amount of money.
Okay, why don't you sell it right now then?
Because I think that the economy is going to keep doing better.
Oh, okay.
That's the way I see it.
So the point is that it doesn't actually exist then.
Well, it does. I don't own a home. I rent, but I would like to own a home. And if the brokerage account gets big enough, I would like to buy a house for cash outright. So I might consider doing it then. I don't want to have a mortgage.
I mean, okay.
I mean, there's just bigger returns on the stock market right now.
Are there?
Yeah, I believe so.
Where at? Are you doing like an index fund, or are you just kind of like...
Yeah, it's like
whatever?
it's not an index fund, but what? I don't know. It's called GFACX, GFACX, Growth Fund of America. It's a growth fund.
Yeah, that's an index fund. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So okay. I mean, at that point, I don't know, man. Like this idea that because you're not day trading, right? And so
No.
if you're saying, well, I might use that to buy a home. I mean, the rate of growth in the stock market right now is slower than what it was under Biden, which I know people love to sit here and shit on Biden's economy and stuff. And the stock market literally did a better rate of growth under him than it did under Donald Trump this time around, which is wild.
Sure, but Biden had a huge inflation and an affordability problem where he's
Do
under
you think
him.
things are affordable right now?
Yeah, but they got to this point under the Biden administration mostly. He had 20%
Mostly?
inflation. He had 20% inflation through his
Are we
term.
doing the cumulative inflation talking point? Is that what we're doing?
Well, yeah, he overheated the economy with that.
Oh, he overheated it.
Yeah.
He did.
How?
The 2021 American Rescue Act.
The
Obama.
2021 American Rescue Act.
Yeah. Yeah. Obama's own chairman of the CEA actually said this exact same thing, that if he does that, it's going to overheat the economy. And he did it, and it did. Inflation went up to 9% in 1 year.
That's interesting. You're talking about Larry Summers, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're exactly. Yeah, he was a person who said that might happen. Do you know what he said after the American Rescue Plan, though?
I mean, I'm sure he said a lot of things. What are you referring to?
Well, do you know or not? It's just a simple yes or no.
No.
Okay, cool. He actually came out after the American Rescue Plan and said that he was wrong because it didn't have that effect on the economy. Because I think you might have your dates. I think you might have your dates wrong regarding the American Rescue Plan and inflation.
Inflation spiked in 2022.
Mm-hmm.
And he passed the American Rescue Act in 2021.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So what is your contention, that the American Rescue Plan put too much money into the economy?
Well, in an economy that was already trying to recover, that had already had a stimulus package thrown at it, which was bipartisan support.
Well, to be clear, it had 2 stimulus packages thrown at it.
Yeah, but it didn't need a third. And there's more than one Democratic economist that said that.
So
it wasn't just Larry Summers.
Okay. So spending too much money that overheats the economy, is that what we're saying?
When inflation goes that high, I would say so, yes.
Okay. So were you complaining when Trump spent double?
Well, that had a lot of that spending had bipartisan support for saving from the COVID economy.
So
which Biden's plan did not have bipartisan support.
So is that a cope? Is that what that is?
No.
Okay. So you were pissed off at Trump whenever he spent double?
I mean, I don't agree with all of his spending, no.
Oh, okay. You didn't know that he spent double, did you?
Yeah, he had what, 4.8 trillion and 2.4 was COVID related or something?
No.
It was something close to that.
No. So Biden did about, I think it's 2 trillion-ish in COVID spending. Trump did 4.
Oh, and he did 8 trillion to overall spending, is that right?
Correct.
Okay,
So again, I mean, if we're talking about stewards of the economy, Donald Trump sucks at it. He sucks at spending, he sucks at budgeting. So, like, there's the graph.
Yeah.
The bright red, that is the COVID spending. So that'd be 4.2 for Donald Trump and 2.1 ish for Biden.
Yeah. I mean,
So, if we're talking about overheating an economy, pretty sure we should put the blame on Donald Trump, right?
well, I know a lot of Trump's spending was on the no tax or the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, which was giving tax breaks to all Americans.
That's why the non-COVID spending is broken out separately. That's why it's specifically showing which was COVID spending. So we're not talking about that. Also,
Sure.
Can we get back to the inflation thing real quick? Because do you know exactly which month the inflation peaked in? By the way,
No.
June of 2022. You know what else peaked in that month?
What?
Do you want to take a guess as far as inflation goes? Since
I don't know.
Gas prices. Then guess what? Gas prices started going down, and what happened to inflation too?
It started going down?
Started going down too. Did you know that rising gas prices are a primary contributor to inflation?
I assume that would be right.
Cool. Who caused gas prices to go up? Why are you laughing?
I assume they both had a play in it.
No. Who would you like an explanation as to cause
Sure.
gas price? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It's actually really simple. In April of 2020, no one was driving because we were in the middle of the beginning of the pandemic, and people were staying home. That was when the price of a barrel of oil dropped precipitously. Oil companies went to Donald Trump, and they were like, hey, we're losing a shitload of money. This isn't good. And quite frankly, it actually wasn't good. I agree that we needed to do something to stabilize the oil industry. That part, probably true. That's not the bad part. The bad part is that Donald Trump then went to OPEC. And when Donald Trump went to OPEC, what he did was he said, hey, OPEC, we want to do a deal for 2 years. And for the next 2 years, we're going to have you cut production by 10 million barrels of oil a day. 9.7 to be specific, but just about 10 million barrels of oil per day for 2 years. Not for 3 months, not for 6 months, not for like a period of time until we figure out what's going on with this thing, but for 2 years. So then what happened a couple of months after April 2022? We started driving again. And then demand went up, but supply was being kept artificially low. Sounds like you know a little bit about economics. What happens when supply is being kept artificially low, but demand goes back up?
Yeah, prices go up.
Prices go up. That's right. Now, Joe Biden tried to renegotiate that deal. He went to OPEC and he was like, hey, let's get production going again. Let's do something. And OPEC was like, fuck off. We're making a shitload of money and we don't have to produce as many barrels of oil. And then they kept the deal all the way until April of 2022. And then we saw the tail end of that in May and June. And then gas prices go whoop. You can literally see it on the graph in the EIA. That's one of the primary drivers of inflation. Does spending contribute to inflation? Sure. But if we're going to say that, like Nemo is pointing out, then we have to ding Trump for twice as much spending. That's number one. Number two, supply chain issues contribute hugely to inflation. And then number three, you've got the gas prices, which contribute hugely to inflation. Because Nemo, what's inflation at right now? Oh, that's right, 4.2%. And where have gas prices gone? Up.
Yeah. I'm not arguing about affordability right now because we got the Iran war supply shock.
I mean, you kind of were though.
What?
You kind of were though, because I said, "Is the economy affordable right now?" And you tried to blame Biden for that.
Yeah, but the prices never came back down from where Biden had it.
Okay. I mean,
Um,
well, it depends. It depends on what commodity you're referring to, but or what item you're referring to, I guess.
but don't you
Because
agree that we had to do something about Iran? I feel like every president in the
no,
past 5 presidents has talked about
no,
needing to stop Iran.
no.
Then why has every president discussed this? And Trump was the one that did something.
They haven't.
Like, whenever you say do something about Iran, like that is a diplomatic thing, right? Not a war thing.
About not letting them have a nuclear weapon because they will use it.
Will they?
Yes.
Why do you think
They're
that?
the biggest sponsor of terror.
Have you
The
heard of
biggest
North
states.
Korea?
Yeah, but North Korea isn't responsible for a lot of these terrorist attacks.
North Korea literally fucks with us on a regular basis. They do counterfeiting of our money. They do hacking
They don't
on
fund
all.
ISIS. They don't fund
Neither does
Hamas.
Iran. Wait.
Yes,
ISIS? Iran didn't fund ISIS.
Hamas.
Iran literally helped America fight ISIS. You didn't know that, did you?
What about Hamas?
I love how you're not responding. You didn't know that, did you?
No. But Hamas is a terrorist organization.
But Hamas. Is that
So
seriously some great global threat of terrorism? Are you saying that Hamas,
yes,
which is isolated to the Gaza Strip, are you saying that that is in any way comparable to Al Qaeda or ISIS?
it's comparable.
Dude, you are fucking insane. Like, are we having a genuine discussion or not?
Yeah.
Is that why you just laughed?
No. What about the terrorist attack into Israel?
Once again, said isolated to the Gaza Strip. That's Hamas, right? Now, compare that to the attacks that have been claimed by ISIS and most notably by Al Qaeda. It's not anywhere near as comparable.
Okay, then why is it a bipartisan opinion that they say Iran is a huge problem and sponsor of terror? Why do Democrats and Republicans agree on this point?
Wait, you like bipartisanship now?
I'm just saying, why do you think that both Democrats and Republicans agree on this?
Because the military-industrial complex is a bitch. And Raytheon and Boeing and Lockheed pay good.
And that helps our economy, right?
I mean, it does help our economy. Yeah.
I like being, the global power and economics. Like living
Pretty
in
sure it's not how that works, right? I mean, what you're advocating for is increasing hard power, right? Which, to be clear, I don't have a problem with us carrying a big stick. I do have a problem with us relying solely on hard power. Because if you want to talk about geopolitics and maintaining global influence, history says hard power doesn't work. Hard power will work in the very short term. It doesn't have legs. Do you want to know how I know? The Soviet Union. We beat them because we did soft power.
Why did we beat them?
Because we did soft power. The Soviets relied on hard power. They did their
Can you be
their
more
diplomacy.
specific?
Sure. So the Soviets did diplomacy at the barrel of a gun, right? All over the world. So they did it by force, right? So the Iron Curtain, basically, they would subsume a country and lock it behind their wall, so to speak, or literally in the case of Berlin Wall. But it was by force, and they would attempt to prop up regimes militarily, right? Now, compare that to what the U.S. did. The U.S. also did a little bit of military propping up as well, right? Nowhere near as much as the Soviets. Also, we did mostly diplomatic shit, right? So just compare in the wake of World War II. We did the Marshall Plan. We literally said, "Hey, we'll rebuild everything. We'll foot the bill. We'll rebuild all that shit, right? And all that you got to do is make sure that, hey, your government is not filthy, evil communists, right?" And I'm saying this as somebody who literally has Karl fucking Marx behind me. It's not like I'm a capitalist by any means, but that's how the U.S. won. Because when you come bearing gifts, people tend to like you more than when you come bearing bombs. So the Soviets, by contrast, what did they do? They built the Berlin Wall. They, by force, kept all of the land that they had occupied in the wake of World War II. They rolled out tanks all the damn time, hence the term tanky. And they repressed any dissent, right? Now, the U.S. did as well, but not anywhere in the same way.
Right.
We didn't deploy tanks on people.
Nope.
So, soft power has legs. It has staying power. Hard power doesn't. And eventually, it caught up with the Soviets because in 1979, they went into Afghanistan. Why did they go into Afghanistan? Because there was a government, a communist government that they were trying to prop up, okay? And the U.S., a few years prior to 1979, had just gotten out of Vietnam, and we said, hey, we're going to turn Afghanistan into Russia's Vietnam. That was the whole point. That's why we went and gave assistance to the Mujahideen, right? They made a whole movie about it called Rambo. That's just kind of a joke, but not really. So we literally helped the Mujahideen, right? Why? Because we wanted to bog Russia down in a forever war in Afghanistan. And they were there for 10 years and spent fuck tons of money and fuck tons of resources and lots of lives for nothing. 10 years later, in 89 roughly, they pull out. And there were a lot of reasons for that. One, because of shit that was going on in the rest of the Soviet Union, but also because they realized, yeah, this is a quagmire. We're not ever going to be able to do this. So hard power doesn't work.
I mean, that's a good anecdote.
Is it an anecdote?
I believe so.
How?
That's one good example.
Okay. So, I mean, if you want another, then okay. So, the Soviets propped up North Korea in addition to China. They propped up North Korea. North Korea to this day exists, but it is a hermit nation, right? It is completely cut off from the rest of the world. They don't really have much in the way of economic prosperity whatsoever. Meanwhile, compared to South Korea, we propped them up, and South Korea's got Samsung, LG, right? And I mean, it's to the point where the nutritional disparity between the two literally is so bad that there's like an inch difference in height, in average height for men in North Korea versus South Korea. Like South Korea, they on average they're about an inch taller, I think. So that's another example. Let me think. I'm trying to think of like what else the Soviets did. I mean, you can Vietnam, right? Yeah, we fucked up on Vietnam, right? So I mean, if you want to look at just the history of the American Empire, hard power is just not how it's done. It's just not.
You don't think Trump has any soft power going on?
Where?
With the deals that he...
Which deals?
Well, the Abraham Accords, all the ceasefires.
Accords?
Yeah.
All the ceasefires with who?
He's always willing to make a ceasefire and a deal, it seems like. He doesn't...
No, he's not.
That's not really, and that's also not really soft power. Like or at least in the way that we're talking about, that would be like USAID, that entire organization that they've basically dismantled and defunded. People that were doing good things all around the world. That's soft power for a fraction of our total budget. $36 billion dollars a year is nothing, but it spread goodwill.
Less than 0.5%.
Mm-hmm.
Like, to be clear, I don't like Ronald Reagan. I think Ronald Reagan is the devil himself, right? And yet Donald Trump has made it so I have to point to examples of Ronald Reagan being correct. Ronald Reagan understood that soft power is how you win. Carry a big stick, but don't swat people with it. The Soviets, they kept swatting people with it because they had a big stick and they kept beating the shit out of people with it. And at a certain point, people are like, okay, this is a one-trick pony. Like, fuck this guy, right? Meanwhile, we're sitting over here like, hey, carrots, aren't they great? So Reagan understood soft power. He literally talked about USAID, foreign aid. There's a clip of him talking about how foreign aid is great because it maintains our influence globally.
So what about our energy dominance under Donald Trump?
Energy dominance? Like, okay, so now we're just going to a different thing. Before we go to the different thing.
Well, I'm just saying because we're giving our allies the ability to buy energy from us and not Russia or
they always
Iran.
had the ability to buy from us.
No, because we weren't an exporter of energy until pretty recently.
Yes, we were.
We were a
Holy
net
shit.
we were a net importer until Donald Trump came in.
Dude. Okay. So
2019 is when we became an exporter of energy.
An exporter of energy?
A net exporter. It means we
net exporter.
Exported more than we imported.
What?
Like oil? Liquefied natural gas?
LNG and oil. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Now we produce more oil than like Russia and Saudi Arabia combined.
I mean, we've been producing more. So, okay. Back in the 70s, there was this thing that Jimmy Carter got blamed for wrongly. Called the gas crisis, right? Gas lines and all that shit. That's because OPEC basically did an embargo with us over Israel, ironically enough. And we didn't have capacity. And that fucked us over a lot. And so then in the 70s, what did we do? We did an oil embargo. We said, okay, well, American oil companies, you are no longer allowed to sell American oil out of American shores, period. If you pump the oil here, it stays here, period. There was an export ban on crude oil. That lasted for 40 years. It ended because of the Republicans in December of 2015. They did a budget fight. They threatened to, I think it was basically a shutdown fight and forced Obama to sign a budget. And part of that was ending the 40-year export ban on crude oil. Now, they promised, they're like, well, hey, this'll actually be good because it'll drive down oil prices, blah, 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 blah. It didn't. So every barrel of oil that we have pumped since whatever it was in, we'll just say November-ish 2015, every single barrel above that rate, that's gravy. That's not ours. That's extra. That's not staying in the U.S. That's going other places. It's literally excess that we have pulled out of the ground purely for the profit of oil companies, not the American people. Because if you want to say, oh yeah, well they get taxed, yeah, oil companies also get subsidized out the wazoo.
Yeah, but I'd rather them be buying their oil from us and not Russia and Iran, because that's how
Why?
they fund their countries for the most part. That's their paycheck.
I mean, okay.
And it gives
OPEC
us more,
exists, dude.
like you were just saying about the aid to these countries. It gives us more leverage with these countries as well, to our allies, and being able to prop other countries up and be loyal to us and not them.
Why? Because we would sell them oil.
Yeah, because we supply their countries of oil.
Well, we would have to supply their countries with oil for a better rate than what Russia would give them, or Iran. In the case of Iran, Iran could literally just go under market rate because we had cut them off from the world economy. Russia is a part of OPEC plus, definitely OPEC plus. I think also OPEC, but definitely OPEC plus. And OPEC, there's an agreed rate that OPEC sells at, right? So Russia literally couldn't do that. So you would basically have to have oil companies in America sell under market rate.
Yeah, you were right. They're part of OPEC Plus because they're not a full. I didn't think they were a full member, but they are part of OPEC Plus.
Yeah.
So, yep. That's why the UAE just left OPEC, as they're like, hey, we're gonna make a shitload of money, selling on our own. A shitload of money.
So, I mean, as far as like, winning over countries because we sell them oil, I mean, I don't really see that so much.
Well, instead of buying from Russia and Iran, who we're not really friends with, and the money should be going to us and not them. I think that helps out with our geopolitical tensions and power.
I mean, I guess the issue is whenever you say us, it's not going to us. It's going to oil companies, right? Because we didn't nationalize our oil. If we nationalized our oil, then you'd be right. It would be going to us, the people, right? And I'm all for nationalizing oil. I think
so. Are these oil companies not in the S&P 500?
Yeah, they are.
So that's directly affecting our stock market, and in a way, it is going to us if they're making more money. Then that would
they are making more money.
Well, that would be a good reason why shares are increasing in prices and everyone's 401ks are rising. So I would say it's fair to say it is going to us.
I mean, I guess you're relying on just the share price, right? Because the American people broadly, the share price is really the only thing that you can point to as like I guess some type of broader benefit. And even then the share price, I mean, is oil present in most people's 401ks? Yes, of course. Is it the majority? No. I mean, shit, dude. The economy right now, it's really not actually that good. Like, I know that you had brought up that, oh, hey, the stock market's looking great. If you take out just, I think it's 6 or 7 companies, they're all AI companies. Well, tech companies that are doing AI. If you take those out, the economy's kind of shit right now.
Which is okay, yeah. And those AI companies and the data centers there was going to be an energy crisis, but Trump's energy dominance has helped out with the grid.
No, it hasn't. It has done the opposite of help the grid. What the fuck,
dude? Yeah.
How?
Okay, so our electric grid, is not modernized at all. Okay, because the cost to modernize it is really, really high. And every time that Democrats have proposed to modernize the grid, because they did it under Obama, and they did it under Biden. They talked about modernizing the grid. Republicans shat their pants and threw little hissy fits of, oh my God, there's too much money. No, but the debt. Ah. Because they're petulant children. And they lack forethought. But
So do you not
our grid, go ahead.
Do you not like nuclear energy?
I love nuclear energy. I absolutely
And Trump is
adore
expanding that.
nuclear energy.
For the data centers and AI, Trump is expanding that.
Okay, and so again, the grid is the problem. I love nuclear energy. If our grid sucks, it doesn't matter. That's the problem. Data centers are causing energy prices to skyrocket. Why? Because increased demand and no capacity. Now, and by capacity, I'm not saying energy production capacity. I am saying capacity to push it across the line in addition to what already goes across the line. We don't have the bandwidth for it. So think about the demand, the electric demands in this country, right? Now tack on data centers which consume fucking insane amounts of energy, right? They will happily pay a premium to ensure that they are the ones that get that electricity over your average person. And if all else equal, which of course all else will be equal as far as the grid capacity is concerned, that's going to cause the price to increase. And so that's what we've seen. We have seen electric prices shoot up. You can look this shit up. Look it up.
I know they're up.
Yeah, like you can look up electric prices over the last 5 years, and it's just been through the fucking roof.
Well, in Nemo, don't forget our commitment with LNG, which the Biden administration was trying to mitigate because that increases electricity prices as well. And now you have Donald Trump overcommitting the amount of LNG exports that we're doing, which drive up electricity prices even more.
Correct.
Yeah, I mean, they do drive it up a little bit by exporting more, but there is a trade-off argument for that as far as like revenue and jobs created.
But he's committed more than we could possibly produce. He's literally overcommitted us. And when we don't have the capacity here at home and there's a shortage and it drives up electricity prices, what good does that do us?
I was under the impression that you can ramp up LNG production pretty sharply. It's not like oil where it just the production you can ramp up more slowly. LNG production can be ramped up in a different manner. I was under that impression where you can.
So LNG is a byproduct of oil drilling. Mm-hmm. Like we get
it's like the shale,
LNG
right?
from it. Sort of, yeah. Like shale is, I guess, step one, but nonetheless, whatever. LNG is just one of the things that comes out of refining oil, right?
Yeah.
And so we have access to a shit ton of natural gas. Yeah.
The other problem is, because I just had to look this up because I knew that I had read this, but I wanted to double check before. The biggest problem, or one of the biggest hurdles, is that the existing export terminals are nearly at full capacity. So they're at 95 to 100%. So if we were going to get the necessary infrastructure in place, the minimum amount of time that it would take, and this would be if we were like round the clock, like immediate, and it would be like we'd have to do massive the liquefied whatever you call them, the trains that can do liquefied like tanker cars, and or like build gigantic pipelines across the country, like that whole thing. 5 years. I mean, maybe a little bit less, but that would be like we'd be talking about like work we've never seen before. Like going back like 70 years, we built the interstate system or something. Like people don't work like that anymore. That shit just doesn't happen. So like we're talking about being 5 years out from being anywhere close to even just marginally increasing our production capacity with LNG. It would be great. Yes, we should absolutely increase our LNG production, and we should improve that infrastructure. But like, we can't do that shit quickly.
Also, from a market perspective, the companies, they don't really have an incentive. They don't have an incentive to build out all that shit. Because if they build out more, then it actually drives the price down. Because at that point, like that's one of the, I guess, the bottlenecks that is causing the price to be so high. I mean, obviously there's demand, but it's that inability to meet demand. That bottleneck is in part, it's the pipelines, it's the infrastructure, right? So companies, it doesn't really make sense for them to do that. Because it's like, well, wait, now we're eating into our profit margin because we can charge, $100 a whatever for it. And if you're telling me, hey, we do this, and then a few years later, now it's only 70. Well, fuck that. That makes I could get sued by shareholders if we do that. So no.
But they'd potentially be selling a lot more, right? So there's that economic equilibrium that you have to find. Right.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah.
But the reality is that as far as what we have right now, we have skyrocketing energy prices. You say energy dominance, and I mean this is just a Trump talking point. There's nothing really to it. He likes saying the word dominance because he wants to feel big and strong, and all of his supporters like saying the word dominance because they like to pretend that they're top, and they're not. So the truth is that you want to say that you're energy dominant in the world. America has a fuck ton of oil. We have a fuck ton, right? And I mean, the American people are not benefiting from it. Exxon, Chevron, they're benefiting from it. And if you want to say, well, oh yeah, but their shares, that's silly. I mean, that's the equivalent of me saying, well, hey guys, the banks are benefiting from them fucking over the American people with, overdraft fees, and people have shares in banks, therefore the American people are benefiting. That's insane.
I think Trump was coming out against banks doing that, wasn't he?
I'm using that as well. Actually, no, he wasn't. I'm using that as an analogy. So because the Trump administration actually repealed a regulation that banned like excess overdraft fees. So the Biden administration put in a ban on overdraft fees. I can't remember what it was called. It's like junk fees or something like that. The Trump administration came in, repealed that. So now banks are allowed to do that shit again. But my point is that, I'm sure that you would agree that overdraft fees and all that stuff, that's a bank nickeling and diming the American people, right? And fucking them over.
Yeah.
I would fully agree with you on that. But
yeah, I don't agree with that.
If you were to say, well, hey, Nemo, this is them nickeling and diming the American people, they're fucking us over. And I'm like, yeah, but they are traded on the stock market and their stock price is higher than ever. I feel like you would understand. That's a cope ass argument, right?
Yeah, but in this instance, he's more fucking over like Russia and Iran, in my opinion, not the American people, by taking their consumers.
I mean, we're not really taking their consumers because, again, we can't really meet demand, right? As far as LNG is concerned, like Matt said, we are overcommitting by a shit ton. And as far as oil is concerned, we are down refineries. We are not up.
But we're
Last
producing
year,
more
I think
oil
we
than
lost
any
like
country ever has.
15%.
We're producing more oil than any country ever has.
Okay.
So, I mean, I think that's something that backs up that, we're able to supply a lot more than we ever have.
But refining capacity makes a difference. You know that there's a reason why with this whole Venezuela thing that we couldn't just be like, hey, bunch of Venezuelan oil for the Americans over here for us. Haha. Yeah. Right? Because we don't have the refineries for that type of oil. We can't do it. It makes a difference. Refineries make a difference. We can produce, get oil out of the ground all we want. You got to refine it.
So we've lost refineries. And also, I mean, drilling rigs. This may have changed. I haven't checked since the war started. But drill rigs were down. Like, the number of rigs were down. It wasn't up. If oil was so hot a commodity and so certain to just benefit the American people, drilling rigs would not be steadily going down. They were going down all throughout 2025. In addition to refineries. And the problem is that we've seen this once before, not that long ago. It was in 2020. 2021. This very similar thing happened. So our oil was not doing great as far as price. Demand was down. And so refineries shut down, drilling rigs reduced, and then demand shifted. And then it was a bottleneck. It wasn't a thing that you could just flip shit back online. And that was a problem. Because that caused gas prices to shoot up exponentially.
All right. I want to switch subjects now. How about the tariffs?
Tariffs are fucking stupid.
Really
Why?
fucking stupid.
Well, I mean, you were just talking about how Trump is apparently doing soft power, which that's not true at all. Tariffs are part of the reason why he's not doing soft power. So soft power is again coming bearing gifts, making mutually beneficial relationships with countries, right? Or, I mean, not even mutually beneficial. You could say beneficial to the other country, right? To make America attractive to them over whatever the fuck it is that they're doing right now. Tariffs don't do that. Tariffs do the opposite of that. Donald Trump came out in April of 2025 and gave a middle finger to the entire world and said, fuck everybody. America's charging tariffs now. We're charging import taxes. We're making all of it more expensive. So why would countries be happy with us?
This is just his way of negotiating our trade deficit and bringing in extra revenue and also getting companies to come want to invest in America.
Well, I mean, as far as countries wanting to invest in America, I know that he always says like some ridiculous ass number. It's like 18 trillion that he always talks about. That's none of that is real.
Well, we don't know that.
Yeah, no, we do actually. The Cato Institute literally dug into the $18 trillion number. It's nowhere near 18
well,
trillion.
Yeah, I'm not
even
saying
close.
18 trillion is right, but there's companies that are announcing and are putting together deals to invest in America from these tariffs. And we're bringing in revenue and we're reducing our global trade deficit. So,
I mean, you say reducing a global trade deficit as if that's a good thing.
Well, we definitely wanted to reduce the deficit with China, in my opinion.
What's wrong with the trade deficit, though?
that China's benefiting way more than we are from our deal.
How does a trade deficit benefit China?
Because a lot of our money is going to China. That means more of our money is going to China.
That's actually it's actually really not true. See, a trade deficit in general benefits the United States in a huge way. Do you know why?
Why?
Because we're importing more. If we're importing more things, then what's happening is that there's more foreign money that is being used in America. There's more business that's being done here. In fact, trade deficit in 2024 alone brought in $200 billion of business investment into America. And a trade deficit, the trade deficit that we've maintained for years and years, it helps keep the dollar as the world's global reserve currency because all those companies have to continue to operate in the dollar. A trade deficit with us buying more things from one country or them buying more things from us or vice versa, whatever, it doesn't matter. It's like just like it doesn't matter that you buy more things from your grocery store and your grocery store doesn't buy more things from you. Who cares? You get food, the grocery store gets money.
A minor trade deficit, I think, isn't a problem, but it had grown so large that China's becoming way more powerful because so much money of ours is being sent there.
And what does that make us to them? It's a symbiotic relationship.
Well, their economy is growing faster than ours, and I think the trade deficit has a lot to do with it.
It doesn't. It's not the trade deficit.
Yeah, because their economy is growing because of how much we're buying from them.
I mean, not really. Like, how much do you think America makes up of like China's exports? So, like, percentage wise, roughly how much of China's exports do you think are American?
I know we're the biggest consumer market in the world, and a lot of our money goes to China instead of stays here in America.
Stays here in America. Okay.
I mean, like, that would make our economy grow if these dollars were going, that's why maybe our economy would be growing faster if we were buying from American companies more than we were buying from Chinese companies.
We don't have those companies. That's the problem. Like, we don't have those companies. This is why tariffs
Not all
don't
of them.
work.
Not all of them.
No, like none of them. We just don't.
Well,
we don't have the manufacturing capacity that China has. We outsourced it over the course of 50 something years.
Yep.
And so if you want manufacturing to come back to the United States, tariffs is not the way to do it.
Well, it seems like there's a lot of deals that have been announced of investment.
I mean, like, again, these deals that have been announced that Donald Trump has taken credit for, most of them have found their roots under Biden. Literally. Like, if you're going to point to Apple, that was under Biden. If you're going to point to LG, under Biden. A lot of this shit traces back to the Chips and Science Act. It doesn't actually trace back to, oh, hey, Donald Trump announced tariffs, and then these companies were like, fuck, and then they came over here. That's not how that worked. No.
Hyundai?
Yeah. That was under Biden, too. The Georgia thing? That started under Biden.
Also, Hyundai was openly questioning if they were going to continue that because of what Trump did.
And it brings in a lot of revenue. We haven't touched on. Yeah, it's brought in over $300 billion already.
$300 billion? Are you talking about tariffs?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's just roll with that.
That goes to the Treasury.
Let's roll with that number. You said revenue. Where are they getting that revenue?
From the import tax, the import tariffs.
Who's paying the tax?
It gets spread out.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't. Who pays the tax?
It's not a single person doesn't pay 100% of the tax. And
It's the
that,
importer, right?
well, yeah,
Oh, okay. Who's importing in this case?
American companies.
Yes. So you're saying that American companies are paying the import tax.
Yeah,
And what do those companies do?
they pass it on to the consumer.
Bingo. The American people.
Yeah,
What tariffs ensure is that the price of whatever it is goes up because now the company, the American company that imports, they have to raise the price because their input cost increased.
Okay, so
Hang on though. We gotta just one more thing though. Sorry, before you, Nemo.
Yeah.
We've forgotten to mention that depending on the calculations, there will be an amount between about 160 and 180 billion dollars that the federal government has to return of that money because the Supreme Court ruled that those tariffs were illegal.
That is a very good point.
Okay, so, and I'm not disagreeing with anything you're saying here, but it's just a different means to an end, in my opinion, because the Democrats, they want to raise the corporate tax rate and they want to tax billionaires. What do you think they're going to do with the tax? They're not going to pass it on to the consumer when you raise the corporate tax rate. It's the exact same thing.
It's not the exact same thing.
It's a different means to the same end.
No. So the corporate tax is applied on profit, right? It's at the end of the chain.
And
so that is different. So
and
if it's at
they
the
want
end
to
of the
make the same
chain,
profit, and so they're going to make sure that they raise prices onto the consumer so they can keep making the same profit.
but
It's the
then
same
they have to-
idea.
well, no, a larger. Do you see that's recursive? So if they want to make the same profit, but the tax applies on that profit, that's the problem. It becomes recursive.
Yeah, but I'm saying they're going to want to make the same after-tax profit as they did before the taxes were raised.
Okay.
And so that's a tax that's going to be passed on to the consumer as well. To me, it's two different things to the same end.
Or they'll just write more things off like you did on your taxes this year so that they cover the cost better. Because there's only a point, because if you know economics and you understand these things, then you understand that there's a certain point where you can't raise the price anymore. That there's a threshold there, right? A cost price threshold. So people will stop paying it. So just like they did in the 50s and the 60s when the corporate tax rate was really, really high, what companies did was they found tax breaks. They gave people health insurance because you can write that off. They gave them they hired more people. They built a new location. They got more equipment. They did all of those things because those were all write-offs for them. They reinvested into their business. That's what their accountants would tell them to do.
Sure, but how can you not use the same argument for tariffs then? Because the tariffs that get passed on to the consumer, it's not 100% getting passed on because they can't raise the price to a certain point because people won't pay it.
I understand that not 100% is getting passed on, but a large percentage is getting passed on. How do we know that? Because the companies are telling us and because prices have gone up since the tariffs. I mean, it's really, this isn't like anecdotal. We literally have Amazon and Walmart on record saying we're raising prices because of tariffs, and we have the increases in prices since they said it. I mean, it's just really simple. That's what's happening.
But yeah, I mean, I hear you. It's just very similar. Like
you can't
they
write
wanna
off.
raise the-
You
they
can't.
raise-
But I'm just saying you can't. It's not the same thing because you can't do that with tariffs. If you have a corporate tax and if you're an accountant or you got a degree in accounting, then you would know that there's a lot of different ways that you can go about getting extra write-offs as a corporation. And as somebody who's an LLC member, I know firsthand that that's exactly what you do. You try to get write-offs. And so the 5 people that I give health insurance to in my company, that $70,000 a year is a write-off
Yeah, but
because
you
we're
don't think
allowed to
that
do that.
they're already doing that?
I think that they're already doing it to a degree, but if you are looking at paying more taxes, you start to get more creative about those things. Instead of going, well, we're just gonna do member distributions right at the end of the year to all of our partners, and basically, and that's going to be straight up profit, and everyone's going to get taxed on that, or the business is going to get taxed on that. Maybe we do something a little different with that. We structure it differently. Maybe what we do is in this year, we're going to reinvest. We're going to amortize this over a number of years. We're going to blah, blah, blah. I mean, those things do change because of that. Like, again, would they try to raise their prices a little bit and be like, oh, well, our taxes went up, so we have to raise prices? Sure. Yeah, I get it. I'm sure to a degree there might be a little bit of that. But the thing that's going to happen mostly is that you're going to see people's quality of life go up because businesses are going to have to spend more money in creative ways, just like they used to do when the top marginal tax rate was up in the 90s.
And I mean, when it comes to the top marginal tax rate, because like that's the other thing that you mentioned was billionaires. So when it comes to the top marginal tax rate, the 90% number, that was for individuals, right? So basically, under Eisenhower, Dwight D. Eisenhower, again, Republican, okay? He was not some liberal whatever the fuck. Dwight D. Eisenhower, the tax policy under him, very briefly, it peaked for the individual. The very top tax bracket for an individual was 91%. Now, I think that by the end of his administration, it had leveled off at somewhere closer to 70, and it stayed at 70 basically until Reagan.
Yep.
And that was the tippy top tax bracket. That doesn't mean that all of it is taxed at 70%. That means every dollar after a certain amount is taxed at 70%. And I think that if you adjust for inflation, it's like 10 or 20 million in a year in income, which, like, at that point, okay, yeah, I think you're doing good as an individual. If you're making that much fucking money in a year, I feel like you're not going to be hurting if the excess is taxed at that much. But the corporate tax rate under Eisenhower, there were 2 brackets. There was a 21% and a 50%. Those were the 2 brackets. And I can't remember what the thresholds were adjusted for inflation. But as far as, you say billionaires are going to, what, raise prices? It's their income. So, like, an individual's income is not, it's not really going to factor into prices, right? So when you say, oh, well, if you just raise the top marginal tax rate on an individual, that's going to cause prices to increase. No, it's not. And also, I mean, as far as what I would want to do, what Matt and I have advocated for over and over and over, I mean, yes, definitely bump up the income tax rate, yeah, for the wealthy, definitely, and probably add a few more brackets in there, but also do a wealth tax, because that's actually where this is. Most billionaires, like the insanely rich, they're not getting that through like a fucking W-2. Like it's not their income, it's not their salary. Most billionaires, like billionaires, they do what's called buy, borrow, die. And that's not me saying that. That's billionaires saying that. I think it was Tom Steyer did an interview not that long ago, and I can't remember who it was with. but the clip it got some good traction on TikTok. Steyer, who is a billionaire, he's running for governor in California. He talks about buy, borrow, die, and it's pretty straightforward when you think about it. So what it is, hey, you're a billionaire, right? Now, does that mean that you have all of your money just like sitting in a fucking bank somewhere like it's all cash? No, of course not. That's silly, right? The majority of Elon Musk's wealth is tied up in
Companies.
Tesla stock, right? So him being whatever he's at now, that is because of Tesla stock.
Right.
So that's how you assess wealth. And so, okay, let's say I'm Elon Musk, and let's say that my wealth is, let's say, 500 billion. Let's say that 400 billion of that is in Tesla stock. Now, on paper, that's an asset, right? That is something that I own. That is something that has been assessed at a certain amount. That's what it's worth. Okay, cool. I go to a bank. I say, hey, bank, I want a loan. Now, that bank looks at me and says, well, hey, this is Elon Musk. Okay, what kind of loan do you want? Oh, I want a loan for $100 million. Oh, wow, that's a lot of money. Okay. But it's Elon Musk. And if he banks with us, that's a lot of business. And $100 million, oh, hey, we can make some serious money on that when we charge interest, right? And so the bank says, okay, cool. Yeah, we'll do it. Yeah, $100 million loan. He's going to get a favorable interest rate, but still an interest rate that the bank is going to make some money on, right? Mm-hmm. And so now he has $100 million in cash from a bank that he doesn't have to pay tax on. The only quote unquote tax he has to pay is the interest rate to the bank whenever he pays back the loan. That's it. And the interest rate on a loan is way lower than like an income tax rate. So $100 million bucks. Now you might say, well, hold on. How is he getting this loan? Hey, bank, my collateral is this 400 billion in Tesla stock. Oh, cool. Right. All right. So the bank is like, well, fuck yeah, no, we're good. Yeah, we'll take it. We'll take it. And that's how that works. And then when it comes time to pay that loan off, Elon goes to another bank, gets another loan, a bigger loan, pays that loan, the original loan off, rinse, repeat. Buy, borrow, die.
It's literally how he bought Twitter. It's exactly how he bought Twitter, what Nemo is just describing.
That's pretty smart.
Yeah. And it also fucks over the American people, right? Yep. What that means is by virtue of him being rich, he is allowed to remain rich. That's ridiculous, right? By virtue of him being rich, he just has to point at the pile of cash that he has and people give him more cash. And the American people don't get a benefit from that. We don't get a cut. And
how did he get rich?
I mean,
his dad or his family owned a emerald and platinum mine in South Africa, so he already came from money.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, and then
he lucked out with PayPal. It was a good investment.
Yep.
And then bought Tesla, bought SpaceX, and then Tesla has been chronically overvalued because it is seen as a tech stock instead of a car manufacturer, which it's literally a fucking car manufacturer.
So he didn't start Tesla?
No, he bought it.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
SpaceX is the one that is a bit murkier. I think he's listed as a co-founder of SpaceX, but he fronted the cash.
Yeah.
So the point is that as far as his wealth is concerned, the reason why he's so rich is because of speculation. It's not because of hard work. It's not because he's a hard worker, right?
Right.
He is able to sell a line of bullshit to people, and enough people believe it. I mean, this is the guy who tried to tell us that the Cybertruck was going to be, what, 60 grand, I think is what he originally said back in 2017. That shit is nowhere near that much money. Nowhere near. And that's just one example. This guy pushes vaporware all the fucking time. Because the Cybertruck, that was, again, he announced that shit in like 2017, and it didn't come out until 20 something, 2020 something. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Then
Also,
you have the Roadster. But
yeah, I just want to correct something real quick. Just because I want to make sure I'm right. Elon's dad, he didn't outright own the mine, but he had acquired the rights to the output of 3 different emerald mines. That's just to be clear. So his family didn't own the mine, but they acquired the rights to the output of 3 different emerald mines. So that's where the money came from. Just FYI.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Anyways, just wanted to correct myself there.
In apartheid South Africa.
In apartheid South Africa, it's not a bad place to be rich and white back then.
So, this whole thing about saying that Elon Musk earned that wealth, he didn't. He didn't. I know people who work far harder than Elon Musk has ever worked in his life. Even if you want to try and I guess if you want to try and convert mental effort into effort, even then, I know people who work way harder than he does.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, as far as billionaires are concerned, the ones that that actually demonstrated working fucking hard. I mean, Jeff Bezos is definitely a Bond villain. Don't get me wrong. He also busted ass when like in the early years of Amazon, he busted ass. Same thing you can argue about Bill Gates. But in both of those cases, to say that then somehow makes them that their effort is equivalent to their wealth is just fucking crazy, dude. No, it's not.
Right. Right place, right time.
Yeah. And so I have an issue with Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, people of that caliber of wealth having that level of wealth when we have people that can't feed themselves. And somehow people still elect assholes like Donald Trump who says, well, actually, the problem is the people that can't feed themselves. The problem is the people who have the audacity of using food stamps. Really? Is that what the actual problem is? Is that where all our money is going? To fucking SNAP? Really? Is it that? Is that the silver bullet? Just cut and snap. That'll fix everything. Is that really what it is? Because I'm pretty sure it's, hey, the 1% owns more wealth than the bottom 50% of America.
Yeah. Well, I got a lot to research, and I appreciate the conversation, guys. So I'm going to definitely do more research and educate myself some more, and this helped. So I appreciate the dialogue.
Yeah. What state are you in?
Nebraska.
All righty.
You guys have a good night.
Have a good night, Ryan.
Hopefully he took something from that.
Maybe. It did seem like he was a little open there. Just want to say thanks real quick one more time to our friend Wesley over on the tube. Cap is back running his mouth in the chat per usual. Still thinks he beat you earlier. LOL. As always, much love to you and the chat. Happy Pride. Remember, Trump blew Bubba, God as a trans woman, and Jesus was a gay man. And Wesley paid to have Cap muted. So if you were over on the tube and you were glad that Cap is gone from the chat, he generously paid to have him taken out. He got Fredoed. I think is what we're gonna call that. He got Fredoed. So, anyways, do you have any other do you have any other like thank yous or anything to do or anything like that? I don't know. What do you got over there? No. Oh. Well, I was planning on probably wrapping up around 1. Anyways, because I gotta get up early and I gotta drive. I'm gonna drive to Maine. I'm gonna be in Maine starting tomorrow for like the next week and a half. So don't worry, we'll still be doing everything. Oh, that's fun. I like that. Don't worry, like still normal show. That was a cool gift. Thank you, Miss Sunflower. Very very nice. We'll still be doing regular show, like regular time and everything like that, but it'll just be like last week when it looked a little different for a couple of days. Maine isn't a real place. I mean, okay. I do need to show you one thing before we go. Just one thing real quick. Because this made my fucking day. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. This made my whole fucking day. So, hold please. All right. Nemo's gonna love this if he hasn't already seen it, but I have a feeling he's already seen it. But he's gonna love it. And anyone who knows anything about Maine is gonna love this also. Oh, hello. Don't need sound on that. Thank you very much. Okay. Here we go.
Moxie here. We do like a grab. I'm gonna grab. I haven't had a Moxie in years. Nutrients, vitamins, the whole thing. Make America healthy again. Right? Talk about concentration of ownership. That's right. Corporate power. Bring back an independent Moxie. That's right. For Maine and America. I think is that it? That's it. I'm not even going to charge you for that.
I fucking love Bert. Do you know what Moxie is, Nemo?
Is that a drink?
It is. It's a soda. It's okay if you've never heard of it. It's an old, like, it used to be this soda that was just made in Maine. It's called Moxie. It's this orange bottle. And it was this independent soda company made in Maine. I think like Coke bought it now. I think that's who owns it. It's one of the big companies owns it.
Nice.
I forget, but it was started in 1876 or something like that. And the bottles are and their logo is just absolutely fucking spectacular. Because I just think it's great. This is their logo.
Nice.
Yeah. But so anyways, that's why I just love that, because obviously he was in Maine with Plattner campaigning, and there's all like stores like that in Maine are just like such a fucking staple. We got one right down the street from our place that like I'll be letting my daughter go to. Like this summer is the first time I'm gonna let her go, like walk there on her own. Like it's a big deal. She gets to walk down there on her own. But get a soda or a sandwich or whatever. Anyways, just the idea that he was like, bring back an independent Moxie. I thought it was funny. Made me laugh. So
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you'll run into Plattner.
I've thought a lot about it. Oh yeah, they were bought by Coke in 2018. Yep. I don't know, man. It's really funny you mentioned that, because I genuinely have thought about it. I've been like, there is like, with as much as I'm in Maine, there's a chance I could end up at some parade or event or something. I don't know. I was actually thinking about trying to figure out what his speaking schedule was. So, thank you to Jamar and Blue Up. Just kidding about Maine being a real place. Yeah, but I knew you were kidding. You didn't have to. That's fine. I caught the joke.
So I looked it up because Moxie it rang a bell. So there's this there was like an old saying of like, you've got Moxie or you've got a lot of Moxie.
A lot of Moxie, kid.
Yeah. Apparently the roots of it are with the drink. So
No way, really? I didn't even know that. I thought it was the other way around.
yeah. I wasn't sure. So I had to look it up. Lowercase Moxie, which today is a synonym for nerve or verve, originated as uppercase Moxie, as in Moxie Nerve Food, a patent medicine and tonic invented by Dr. Augustine Thompson and sold in New England in the 1870s. Within a decade, when it was clear his drink wasn't really medicinal, he carbonated Moxie and marketed it as a kind of 19th century energy drink.
That's so fucking wild. That's fun. Yeah. Moxie, that's a real fucking Maine. That's a Maine thing. That's like old school Maine. I like that. God, Bernie is he's such a fucking I love that. Everything about that interaction is just like, I literally at some point this week, I could easily have an interaction with a guy just fucking like that. Like just like that. He's such a normal fucking guy. I love it. So
yeah.
Yeah. I gotta look up Plattner's town hall schedule, and I need to see what I can do. I really need to I gotta meet him. We're gonna make that happen. So anyways, all right. I gotta get up early. I gotta drive a couple hours and the daughter pack up the car, blah blah blah. So I'm gonna be I didn't I started a bit earlier, so I'm gonna be done. I bet you Nemo's gonna stay on though. Nemo, where should we go? What should we do? Where are people gonna go?
Let's see. I will probably be heading over to Danielle's.
Is she on? Or okay, she's on. I was just check she's not. Okay. All right, guys, let's go raid Danielle, because then you're gonna get to see Nemo. Okay, so let's since he just came up and we were just we really weren't even on for basically 2 hours here. So go hang with Nemo over there, and tell her that him and I sent you, and then tomorrow night we're gonna be back on at back on our normal time, 10 p.m. Eastern. I'll just be in my my new location. And we'll go from there. So, you got anything else, man?
I did get a few.
Oh, read those off. Read those off.
Let's see. Andrea, thank you for the Venmo. And I will not read your screen name, but thank you for that. You said, let's run a train on Nemo. Well, alrighty. And then Gina, thank you for the cash up. You said, thank you for all of your talking points. W, thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you.
W talking points. Okay, guys. All right, we're gonna head out. Like I said, let's go raid Danielle.